Good evening, agents. This week we are playing Session 10 of Mage 20th Anniversary Edition Technocracy Reloaded. Last week, the Amalgam battled it out mecha on flesh. Stance faced down all three mechs in his single mech, and everyone else was collateral damage, at least at first. 57 got blown all to hell, Walter got stepped on, and Coyote lost a tail. But then they turned the tide of battle in their favor. Stance blew the legs off a mech. John climbed a nuclear reactor, taking horrible radiation burns and took over the machine, and 57 turned the third one into pure quintessence, stunning everyone. Meanwhile, using teamwork, the Amalgam was able to eject the AI out of the battle. Unfortunately, the Paradox backlash was massive and intense. Once they recovered, John scoured the data in the mech he possessed and found the code name of the Technocrat behind all of this illegal arms distribution, which we are going to retcon quickly because the one we came up with is terrible. I totally like the name it's always been, Hush You. He then self-destructed the biggest mech in the middle of the facility and teleported the party out. The explosion was far more catastrophic than the party planned, however, and the chain reaction killed thousands and exposed thousands more to fall out. John was pleased by this, forever souring the rest of the Amalgam against him. The group then called in their spy overlords and had them doctor the report to put all the blame on John. They are planning an epic infiltration of the digital web inside their construct headquarters, risking the lives of John, and risking capture for the rest of the party to expose this traitor and end them this fair evening. Our Panopticon agents are here and ready to go, so I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Tell us who you are, who you're playing tonight, and what your secret plans are to assassinate John.
Hi, I'm Sean at Space Lord PJs, playing Stan Steger, the Void Engineer, who's really disappointed he doesn't have the spears to conjure biscuits out of thin air, because then he'd conjure biscuits inside of John, and then he would explode.
Hi, I am Steve. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade, and I am playing the already mentioned multiple times Jonathan Doman, the OG Man in Black, who has the highest kill count of this game by about 20,000.
We're like Jonathan Douchebag, right? Oh, got him. Yeah.
Could have at least gone with Doucheman.
Yeah, that's better. Let's go with that.
Aww. Hi, I'm. Yeah, that's who I am tonight, and you cannot find me because I am a ghost. Just kidding. Okay, hi, I'm Ever. You can find me on the internet as Changeling Ever. My pronouns are they, them, and I will be playing 57, who has dissolved an entire mech into a bunch of quintessence, and it was magical. It was truly magical. Oops, I used the M word. They also go by they, them. So let's get mutual.
And hi, I'm Eric. You can find me on Twitter at Maron Recluse. I'll be playing Walter, the Dream Speaker Deviant.
Okay, and I'm Eldritch Echoes. So now that everyone knows who we are, shameless plug time. Please remember to follow us on Vorpal Tales Twitch channel. Leave comments, and go ahead and go to our website, vorpaltales.com. You'll find a link there to join our Discord to hang out. Check out our Patreon if so inclined at patreon.com/vorpaltales. Also, a special thank you to Onyx Path Publishing for always being awesome to the people who play their games. To Astral Tabletop for being the awesome virtual tabletop we use for rolling dice and playing music. And last but not least, my brother at N8Mid for all of our character sheets and the spell card to make Mage quick and easy for online play. But that's enough mundane chatter for now. Let's get enlightened. Cook up some hyperscience. So guess what we have to do first again? It's your guys' favorite thing. Talk about mechanics. So, there are two ways, well there are three technically, but for your purposes there are two ways to enter the virtual web. One is called Astral Immersion. This would be for 57 and a very reluctant Walter, probably, and Stance. At this level of web access, a traveler immerses themselves into the web through a limited form of astral projection. This trick involves projecting your senses, and by extension, your sense of reality into the web. This requires a combination of good gear, hypertech in your case, a ready mind, and the skill to go where you want to go and the way you want to go there. With these skills in hand, the average netizen can reach the deeper level of digital reality without any actual knowledge of perusing the web or having to download yourself into it. In game terms, you'll need good VR equipment, an intelligence plus computer roll, could be a group roll for the three of you if necessary, and at least 2 dots in correspondence. If you use data instead of actual correspondence, the DC is lower. Once you're in the internet, and for the roll, for any purposes necessary, you will replace your intelligence wits instead of strength and dex. So, strength and dex mean nothing once you become virtual. On both mechanical and story level, when astrally immersed, you are vulnerable in meat space. Basically, it's like an astral projection spell in D&D. You have no concept or consciousness of your body. I'm sure that won't go horribly at all.
Not at all.
And the deepest level is holistic immersion. Looking at you, John. Maximum access involves projecting one's own self into the digital web, downloading the body as information. Either a master of the spheres or a high-end trinary computer system disassembles your physical data and jacks it into a different level of reality. Although the necessary gear has been refined since the 90s, this is still one hell of a stunt, requiring tremendous processing power and enlightened technology. Story-wise, you become pure information. This is an extended roll that does take units of time. It's not rapid and fast. Rule-wise, you need a trinary computer, which is why you have to do it at the Technocracy at the Construct, because they have one. An extended intelligence plus computer roll, and a life 4, correspondence 2, forces 2 effect. So you're going to need 57's help.
Yep.
Difficulty is also higher, and every roll reflects 30 seconds of processing time, meaning you'll have limited rolls before your mind is wiped and you fail hard. Even though you'll be using a backup view, it still has limited time before the process you'll be undergoing while doing this destroys your mind. Also, any interruption during the transfer process disrupts the attempt and inflicts a sudden, immediate, and massive paradox backlash because it's extremely vulgar everywhere on Earth. Once holistically immersed, your traits do not change. You still use your dex, strength, con because you're there. Also, if you get hard de-rezzed, you die. If they get hard de-rezzed, they just get kicked out and wake up in their body with a horrible headache and some damage.
Cool.
Part 2 is soft and hard de-res. Soft de-res is when you get kicked out of a part of the digital web and just pop into another. Your program, you get in access denied and you get returned to a different program space. Hard de-res means your avatar is wiped out. When we actually get to your planning stage in a minute, when you're going to do your backups and plan all this out, you need to craft your icons. This is an intelligence plus computer roll again, and in the world of the net, how your icon looks matters a lot, because the denizens of the net determine what they think about you and your status, even just in passing, based on what your avatar looks like. If your avatar is dumb, you're a noob. When we're designing avatars, though, we only care about cosmetics. If you want actual avatar effects like fire breathing and wings, you have to roll spells during creation to make that happen. It's going to be a lot of hacking rolls tonight, and I'm not going to lay out all of those rolls, but suffice to say they're going to be a little weird, and they're going to be a lot of extended rolls, because that's just how that works. It'll be called popping and backspacing. That's how you get into restricted areas on the digital web. Magic rules. Everything in the digital web is coincidental, except in the following cases. if you cast spells inside a restricted sector, and you're not following the rules of the restricted sector, the spell will backlash, and it will be twice as much paradox. Effects that violate the protocols, the constraint protocols of the sector, won't give you backlash, but will have sometimes parts of the spell rebound on you. You might not necessarily know until you deal with it. And the difference between the two is restricted sector rules are they've created their own little demi-plane and it has rules. In this area, hypertech is science and magic is crap, and if Eric casts a magic spell in here, he gets horrible backlash. That's the simple thing. Constraint protocols are more like, this is an MMO that's fantasy. If you try to use your hyper science in here to beat that guy with the broadsword instead of casting fireball at him, you're getting the backlash. So, the difference is rules of a demi-plane versus rule of the program. Great big magics. Very, very large scale spells can cause a whiteout. Just temporary disruption of the local area of the net, which dereses you and makes everyone who was there very, very angry with you back in the real world. Forces or prime effects that score more than 5 successes, same thing. Big backlashes of energy in a digital construct powered by electricity. Effects or gates that jump between sectors as an attempt to bridge the web with other areas of the overworld. So making huge jumps between servers in radically different locations or trying to get to other realities from the net without using your gear, not a great idea. Anything else will be considered coincidental. You get away with a lot there. Damage only affects your avatar for those of you that are only astrally projected. You may come out with some bashing damage and some lost willpower, but that's it. Only Steve is going to have to worry about true death. Net fatigue is what the side effects are called that you'll pop out with. The exception is virus infection. You can be infected with malware, viruses, and rootkits here, and they persist because they get into your head. Kind of like a certain giggly little evil girl got in someone else's head recently.
I have no idea what you're referring to.
Thus ends the rules we need to worry about with the digital web. So, what's your plan to get into the digital web so that you can digitally hack your own constructs so you can find out information on Null Horizon? The totally that was always his name, code name for the evil agent you discovered.
Did you say Dull Horizon?
Null.
Null.
Can you just hack from any port? Like what?
Yes, but you need gear, so you're gonna look weird if you're doing it from an ATM. You're gonna have on full immersive VR gear with the suit, with the probes and the gloves, the whole thing.
And
whole face helmet almost.
In order to be cool looking, right?
No, your avatar you need to make cool looking. You have to put the gear on to transport your consciousness.
Okay.
Because that's
you can't just walk into the toilet and sit in the stall and just hack in.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. That picture is accurate. You need that.
What?
The one in Discord.
One I posted.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, because this is 2020, you can plug that gear into a super high-powered tablet, but you need killer internet connection because you're relying on John being able to send you the necessary signal using the trinary computer that's in the construct. Trinary computer is a step above quantum computers in Mage. Trinary computer doesn't just do yes, no. It can do yes, no, what if, maybe, or, and possibly. That's what it means.
Kinda, sorta.
It's a step above quantum computing.
Ask later. That's an option, right?
Outcome unlikely.
Is it possible to secure a tablet and then hook into a wireless signal inside the building?
Yes.
Okay,
if you want to go into the construct where he's going to be, yes.
Okay.
And it would not, if you were in the right area for jacking in, no one would even look at you sideways. Like, you'd be in a room with a whole bunch of other people doing the same thing. The Technocracy uses the digital web all the time. Doing it in like a random conference room might get you a weird look, but like going into your construct's gaming cafe area would, unless they catch you and they come after your meat bag, they're never going to even question you being there. Doing it that way would also make you not have to throw together your own gear. You can use the gear provided. If you don't do it inside the construct, part of your setup here is going to have to be crafting the gear necessary. As far as you're concerned, Walter, I know you're a tradition mage, but we made you a tradition mage who uses technology as his focus, so you'll still be okay. But if you start doing pure shaman stuff like summoning Coyote with a rain dance, you'll be in trouble.
Yeah, gotta figure that.
There's a lot of stuff you can do, though, even as a tradition mage, or you'll be fine.
I feel like it would be best if we're split up. Like, so that we're not all in one spot.
I mean, yes, but also splitting the party.
I think that's inevitable, given the circumstances.
That's only going to be a big deal if your meat bags are effective. Because no matter where you are physically, you'll be in the same space digitally. At least until you come out.
Right.
I'm just imagining they're gonna want to debrief each of us separately.
I kind of want to do the bathroom thing. Just take all the gear in the suitcase and then just like, pull it all out, hook it all in, tap into my tablet.
You could, but this is not Cabana. It's going to be hard to find that super isolated bathroom where no one's going to bother you for like a day. In the construct,
I mean, if I'm in a stall, then, bad tacos.
Just keep an MP3 on repeat of what that would sound like, and people will definitely leave you alone.
Right?
I actually thought you were going to say have the MP3 on repeat,
Stashed.
playing like the most hipster music ever, so no one wants to interrupt you. God, I don't talk to that guy.
No, you know what? I'll play ska music.
I talked to that guy.
For some reason, I was thinking of a submachine gun. I'm like, yeah, I stashed a submachine gun in the bathroom stall. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sean's on the right track. Step one is the three of you need to figure out what your point of access is, and we can move on to prepping John.
I wouldn't know anything about this, but out of character, would he, if he's good enough, would he be able to set up a back door? So for easy extraction, if we need to, jack out.
John's planning this to be a one-way trip for himself.
No, okay.
For you guys, yeah, all you have to do is you could do any number of things. You can set a timer. You can tell John to eject you when it's over. You can eject yourselves as long as you're not trapped prisoners somewhere.
Yeah, I'll eject you.
Yeah, I don't trust John. No. I'll eject myself.
And if you're worried about like losing the ability to eject yourself, the only real option's a timer, and then you have to be careful that not too soon it kicks you out before you're done.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, that's how I'm doing it. Bathroom, stall, ska music, and I'll eject myself.
What about you two?
The internet cafe place sounded like a really good idea, except for people. but I mean, that would make a lot of sense considering they're not going to expect someone to be hacking from a place with a bunch of people.
Correct. The best place to hide is the most obvious place.
I'll do it.
All right, leaves you, Walter.
I use my phone, like to set up a
Not powerful enough.
set of trodes and just not powerful enough. All right.
Even though John will have the ability to lend you the processing power of the Construct's trinary computer, you still need the equivalent of a high-end gaming machine. Stance with his Alienware laptop can do it. His lap's gonna get really hot, but he can do it. Can they have second-degree leg burns when you're done?
Jeez. I'll go to one of those places where it's like Dave and Buster's or some nonsense where they have like the fake virtual reality thing, and he'll just like, hey, I need this for the night. He hands the guy like $100 or whatever, and like, fuck out, kid. You're done playing Halo.
Okay. Now we can move on to John. Step 1, John wants to duplicate himself, which is an awesome feat of mighty awesomeness. It's going to involve 2 of you, if not 3 or 4 of you, to make this happen. So first, let's talk about cadavers, because you ordered one.
Yes.
Alright, John. High or low?
Low.
Okay. If you win the roll, you have some control over the cadaver you get, as the player, not the character. If you lose the roll, Stance and Walter have control. Does this sound fair to everyone?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Aw, 46. Alright, John. So, male or female?
We said female.
Age?
30.
Generic idea of the appearance. Don't forget to write this down because this is the new you. And basically, like height, weight, hair color, just eye color. It's just the basics.
Literally what I'm looking up here. Hold on.
I'm going to post a picture of Skelly to us, and I'm going to approve it.
Okay. So 5'4", average build. Weight and average. Boom. Here we go. American women, age blah 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 blah. 5 feet 4 inches, 170 pounds.
Okay, so should you be successful in the spellcasting, you will make the following changes to your sheet, because this will be your real body. The others are loners, right?
Yep.
You'll lose a step of stamina, but you'll gain a step of dex.
Wait, say that again.
Stamina down to 2, dex up to 4.
Stamina -1, dex +1.
Yep.
Okay.
And appearance up to 3. Nothing goes down in social because that's mental the other ones.
What's my current appearance?
2.
So +1. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, if you get any more successes than you need on the spell, even just +1, You'll also pick up some residual muscle memory of the corpse, meaning you'll be able to add, in the case of this person, it's kind of funny you don't have technology. 2 dots of technology, 2 dots of computer, and 2 dots of art. Whether or not they'll ever be useful, who knows, but muscle memory. So, on to the magic. How do you do that? It's a great book. Why don't you check it out? It has examples on a lot of the things one can do with magic, especially the really weird, crazy stuff. We want permanent transformations. Creating a living creature. Cloning a living creature. Much life do you have ever?
I have 3 dots in life.
Okay. Three dots is enough to resurrect a corpse at a high difficulty. You have more than enough prime. You need prime 2. You're also going to need crazy high spirit. Because nobody in the group has spirit 5, you're going to need everyone to participate in this ritual. 2 of you at 4 is enough to replicate having 1 of you at 5. Life 3, spirit 5, prime 2. Mind, what's your mind at, John?
4.
So mind is indeed over matter.
How much time do you have, Sean? You have 3 now?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Yeah, you definitely need stance then, because you need to accelerate the process of the body adjusting to the change and growing up real fast, basically, with the mind. And refresh myself on what it takes to have 2 minds in one place at the same time.
Quite the headache.
It would be very embarrassing for John if we found out you can't.
I'm really of 2 minds about this plan.
How'd
you do that with a straight face?
Practice.
So yes, you can split, you can co-locate at 4, but not permanently. So you'll constantly be running the spell, which means you'll be very distracted, so you're not going to want to have to cast any more spells until you can discard the original body. Then you won't care. So you can make the leap to cyberspace.
Well, does that mean that the entire time I'm doing the really hard upload of myself, I'm distracted?
Correct!
Cool, so this is going to fail hard.
How much XP you got?
12.
Doing a quick hunch for cheats.
For cheating? Yeah, is there like a brooch of mind bubble? Oh, just like a poor Holly.
So, there is, in that you can set up the host body, one that's not real John, to prep it for the download of your mind, but not actually have it have its own mind until you release yourself into the internet. Meaning if it fails, you die for real. That's the risk. If you succeed, and then you have a new body waiting for your mind when you're free of your old one.
No pressure.
Rack it up.
Fortune favors the bold.
That's correct. Right with you, Holly. I'm going to have Walter try to increase your odds. How much entropy did I give you?
Paradox? I have
Entropy.
like 3. Oh. Entropy. I don't remember this. I got lucky dice. Entropy's 4.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's the highest? No, I know the answer to that. Highest willpower in the group's of 10. Okay. The more of you that spend quintessence, the better this will be.
Well, I don't have much. I can spend 2 before I'm completely almost out.
I have plenty.
None.
None.
It's a good thing I dissolved a mech.
Yes.
Because I've got.
How long do you want the body to be in stasis for before it gives up and dies again? In case things go wrong in the digital web.
You're saying how long do I want my current body to be in stasis before it?
The new body.
Oh.
Basically 1 day or longer is all I need.
We should try to get it within a day, right?
Yeah.
We don't want like.
I can imagine us spending more than a day on this.
Okay, so in its current state, without any quintessence, you have 15 rolls, you need 10 successes, the difficulty is 6.
Yikes.
That's before anybody spends any quintessence, or?
Yes. So, quintessence fountain over there, how much are you willing to spend on Sean? Killer of thousands.
Oh, well, when you put it that way, good luck. See you later. Oh, God. Well, this is for the good of the world. Quite a bit.
You can spend up to your prime at any one time. To 4.
Let's do that. I will spend 4 quintessence.
Whoa.
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 I've got
Okay.
13
Those of
right now.
us who don't have prime we be limited to just 1, spending 1 quintessence, or
It's a
or is
group
that not
it's a
even
group
option?
spell, so only one of you has to do it for it to count.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. Like, why is it doing that? I did it backwards. -4. Oh, okay. So, you still need 11 successes and 15 rolls. Your difficulty is now 3.
Huh. I wonder if we can make this.
I don't know, man. Someone's got really bad luck.
So, please begin your rolls. It will be John first, then 57, then Stance, then Walter. 1 each, and we'll see where we're at.
Are we rolling intelligence and wits, or is this just arete in general?
It's the initiative, right?
Oh no.
No. Sorry, not initiative. The way he listed that, my brain went to initiative. Okay. So we're trying to make these rolls. We need the successes.
Magic is never anything but arete, Walter. Always arete. Skill rolls are other things, but magic will never not be arete.
What should I roll?
Arete.
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 That's all it ever is for spells.
Got it. I'm sorry. I got 4 successes on mine.
Next!
Negative
no!
1. What? I spent
Did you
quintessence.
change the difficulty?
I did.
Wow.
No.
Was I
Stance!
supposed to select an attribute or skill as well? Like,
57.
Make sure you don't have anything checked from last time.
57. Burn a point of willpower. Walter!
sure.
Oh,
One.
exactly what you needed. Look at that. No skill boost.
Wow.
How did I roll that bad?
The body is now in stasis. You're still distracted, John, but the penalty is much less severe now.
Okay, so still distracted, but penalty is less. Okay, cool.
Now we need to make gear. Everyone who's not going to be in the construct doing this, in the actual room. So basically, only 57 doesn't need gear. And John. But both Walter and Stance will need their own gear.
Oh, well then
Oof.
I'm gonna craft the shit out of that.
This has to be done within the construct itself once we're inside.
No, you can do it here.
This is
prep phase.
case like holding the deck, right? In Technomancer, Neuromancer.
Wait, so like,
Yeah.
we sail
Yeah.
battleships into the abyss, and I gotta buy the Facebook whatever thing to do this.
No, you need the gear. You can't sail a battleship into the abyss unless someone can build the plasma drive.
Right, but I mean,
You're building your
doesn't
plasma drive.
You tell me they haven't reduced this to like just a thing you slap on your back of your neck and you're just good?
Sure, in the construct with 57. Not out here in the real world. Your spaceship doesn't work out here in the real world.
But
Paradox.
but we have spaceships.
Not ones with plasma drives that can go into the abyss at night with 5,000 people on board for five years, self-sustaining with gravity.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have
Wait,
tech?
What do I
What do-
do for a living? Like, I work on a battleship, right? Like,
You work
in
on a
space.
starship.
Right.
Yes. In deep space, far from Earth, where there are no rules.
Right.
Correct. Reality is controlled by the majority of people in that area who believe what real is. On Earth, there's billions of them that tell you, no, you can't go to Mars, motherfucker. In deep space, there's only the 5,000 of you on board your starship that all believe, yeah, this motherfucker can take us to space. That's how it works.
So even inside the Technocracy building, we don't.
You don't need to
have-
roll anything. That's what I said. If you go with 57, you just go into this game cafe in the construct and plug in. No rolls. Yes, they do have the equipment there, but not for you to take into the bathroom. That's the catch.
Still, I just feel like inside the building, you'd be like, "Yeah, here's your chip. Go take a shit." Like,
Except they don't allow them out of the game room. You could steal one if you want to try that.
I mean, that seems real.
That's more dangerous, yes.
Yeah, that just seems,
Tracking chips, you know. So, you have
Yeah.
craft?
Of course not.
No? Okay. Got XP? We can change that.
How do I only have 5 XP? That doesn't make any sense.
Did I
Yeah.
help him build it? I've got 2 dots in crafts.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, you have crafts. You have 2 dots in it.
Me?
Where?
Me.
Skill.
Oh, I do. There it is. Crafts. I don't know why I didn't see that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's do technology plus intelligence, and then, let's do technology plus intelligence, and then crafts plus wits.
Technology plus where's technology? There we go.
Every success you get on this first roll will lower the difficulty of the second.
What's the difficulty?
6. So the
Those.
difficulty on the crafts plus wits roll is 4.
Crafts plus wits.
And we're switching to wits because you're making it the stance version. Oh yeah, your gear is good. You're fine. Walter, your
Okay.
turn. Gonna try this yourself or recruit some help? The only thing that'll matter
We're trying
is
to recruit some help.
Okay.
'Cause I'm kind of lacking in the technological area.
now the only prerequisite stance when I ask you later to describe your gear will be you have to fully cover your main senses: ears, nose, eyes. The rest won't matter. Although I recommend adding gloves to it because tactile. Basically, as long as you can replicate all 5 senses, the rest doesn't have to be big and bulky.
Okay.
Alright, Stan, same thing for you. Technology plus intelligence first. I'm sorry, 57. Technology plus intelligence first, difficulty 6.
Tech plus intelligence. Do. Oh, what was the difficulty again?
6.
You just leave it at 3. That's a really nice number. Okay. Alright, now go away, fill-in thing. There we go. A 1!
Keep going. This is determining how long it takes. If you have to stay up all night before your debrief. Keep going.
A 2! If it does a 3, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. This is your first roll. So, now you're going to do crafts plus wits at difficulty 5. Because your first roll was 1 success. This next one, you have to get 6 successes.
Ugh.
Stan somehow nailed on his first roll.
Rude. How dare you be good at things?
He's good at spacesuits. Good start.
What the...
It only rolled 1 die.
Well, that means you didn't do something right.
I've got wits selected. Oh, I've still got all my wounds. Good grief.
That would, yeah.
All things considered, I had -5. Those were pretty good rolls.
Oh yeah, are we completely healed?
Yeah, you said you were taking the weekend. Or wait, no. Wow, that's Hunter, where you also got your asses kicked.
There we
So
go.
this was. You might want to have 57 do a healing check before 57 tries to build any gear. Yeah.
I thought we did have her heal us last time.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
was
with
healed.
the
completely.
nanobots.
Or wait, yeah. Then why did you still have wounds? Were you wounded that entire fight? Because you healed yourself in the second round. That's
Guess
awesome.
so.
Okay, so
I'm gonna quit now. No.
Well, I took all the burns and kept getting hit, so I don't know about me.
your wits are only 2.
Yes.
Okay, roll again. And again.
0. Did better with the penalties.
And again.
2.
And success. However, you're up all night building Walter's gear, so you have a -1 dice penalty to all rolls you make.
Crap.
Which means if I tell you difficulty 6, you make it 7.
Okay.
Add 1 to whatever I say to the crew. Alright. What else are you going to do? Is there anything else you want to do to prepare? Like, you could try to do something directly to John to give him better odds of uploading himself during the process of being mind wiped. That's going to fall basically on anybody with correspondence, entropy, or life. The other spheres won't matter as much.
Say that again? My brain didn't process for some reason.
You could cast spells or do hyperscience on John so that he could better survive the process and upload himself.
No. John deserves what he gets for what he did.
Okay. What about you two?
I don't know, Walter has a soft spot for John, so maybe he'll, I don't know what he could do to help him survive the process.
Luck control. You have 4 dots of luck control.
Luck? Wow.
Entropy.
Yep.
I will, I'll draw some symbols on the inside of his palms so that they don't see it very easily. It's just kind of like a ward, like, you know, so that it's basically just like having the equivalent of a rabbit's foot, like a lucky charm.
You could actually just give them a rabbit's foot. They don't strip you down for conditioning.
Nice.
Oh, okay, sure. A lucky rabbit's foot. Here you go. Put that on your keychain there, Pickles.
Is it green? Did you dye it green? Please tell me you dyed it green.
Of course.
Yes.
Can it just be a little lucky pickle keychain?
I like that even better.
Like you put on your Christmas
I'll
tree at
draw
Christmas
the
time?
little sigils on it, like, yeah, Lucky Charms.
There you go. There you go.
We need this to last a day. Okay. You need 5 successes. Your difficulty is 5. You get 15 rolls. Begin, Arete.
Alright, difficulty 5. No problem.
This is myself as well, so I make it difficulty 6? Or is this creating the lucky charm?
This is only him.
Okay.
Yep.
0. Off to a great start. 0!
But that doesn't mean you did not have to spend willpower on 0, only on -1. So continue.
Taking a moment. 5. Holy shit. Okay.
All right.
Much better.
So you're done. Roll it one more time.
All right.
Okay.
1.
What about you, 57? Do you want to try to use life to increase Stance's tolerance of the mind wipe? Stance. Wow. John.
Well, see, when you said Stance, I was about to say absolutely, and then you said John, and I was like,
yeah, see, you know. He done killed a lot of people.
You said something about me?
What? No, not at all.
No.
Stance
They
was
created-
commenting on what lovely hair.
Mass murder! Oh, God.
They created the VR gear for
That one was
themselves,
stuck deep.
and then I was like, do you guys want to make John's life easier to lower his difficulty of the upload roll? And Stan said, fuck you. Walter gave you a lucky rabbit's foot, and 57 is like, I don't like you. And it's
Mass murder,
deciding.
fuckhead. Ah, God.
That's what's happening.
Do you need some help with that cough?
No.
Also, your lucky
it's
rabbit's
fine.
foot is bright.
Jesus, right. God.
Your lucky
Wow.
rabbit's foot is bright green and must be attached to your keys to work.
Okay, so there's no way I'm taking a lucky rabbit's foot from Walter. Like, this is not happening.
You don't have to, but your current DC to succeed at the upload is 10.
Ooh.
And what is... okay.
The trick is that it's actually useful.
And what happens
It
to
would
the DC if you take Walter's rabbit? It's less than 10.
Sure, I
Yeah.
get that it's less than 10.
See, the trick is that it would actually benefit you to take it, but it's gonna be very painful for you to take it with you. So he gets joy out of that.
I'm gonna help him.
In the same way, he probably would have done the same thing to that mech's core. He would have like had summoned a fire elemental or something like that out of it, and things would have gone blue anyway. So he's like,
So,
Roll Arete, difficulty 5, 57. Just one roll.
I do have. Oh, I'll save it for in the construct. I was gonna say I have a bonus die, but we're giving him lucky things, so.
Okay. Your difficulty is now 9 until you take the Lucky Rabbit's Foot, and no one else is giving you boosts.
I've never made a smart decision with this character, so I'm not going to make a smart decision with this character now.
Oh my god.
I take the Lucky Rabbit's Foot from Walter. I look at it. I look at him.
Eat it.
The thought is appreciated. Drop in trash.
Does anyone want to pick it up?
I do.
You gonna rush it for it stance? Rush them for it stance? You can let 57 have it.
I don't want anything that was meant for John.
Okay.
Oh.
So 57, all your magic rolls for the duration of this scenario are reduced by 4.
Oh. Cool.
Minimum of 1. I'm sorry, minimum of 3. You literally can't do less than difficulty 3 for magic.
Oh. Good to know.
Okay. Let's go watch John get fucked. Okay, let's see. It's gonna be amazing.
Goddamn right.
So, that brings to mind the next question. What's the fallback plan if John gets mind wiped and fails?
Run.
Man, that's a shame.
Oh no,
Postcard
he'll
and
be
run.
delivered back to you. Just mind wipe, John.
Then we'll remind him of all the horrible shit that he did and hope that he turns out better.
So,
What
just-
if they?
I
What if
just do
during the
wanna-
mind wipe they download all of his data and manage to figure out what you?
I was just going to say, I do want to remind everybody that your success in all of this is dependent upon me succeeding on my part. All of your eggs are in the John basket right now. So keep that in mind.
The way that you put that just was so unappealing.
Right.
Yeah,
John's a mass
like-
murdering fuckhead. John can fuck off.
Plus,
Well, I
John
just
won't. Plus,
pictured-
John won't help himself. Okay, hold on. I gotta roll Picky Flex for no
Alright.
reason.
So
Yeah.
I only bring that up because making me take that Lucky Rabbit's Foot might be a thing you'd want to do, and or help me in other ways.
No.
No, if John doesn't want to help himself, fuck him.
So,
Okay.
like, when you said eggs in a John basket, I pictured eggs with our faces painted on them, and then a basket just made out of John's head, like the skin stretched and
Sure.
like the ears
Okay.
stretched up to make the handle. And
Pretty much exactly
man.
what I was imagining too.
yeah,
Yeah. You should make that.
I should. I could do it. I could sculpt that.
John, I'm gonna need you to roll Perception plus Alertness, please. Difficulty 10.
Difficulty 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost as if you're having a really bad luck noticing this.
All right. You said perception.
Yep, plus Alertness.
Bad luck.
Hmm.
Nah.
Surely fine.
Okay, thank you. Stand by. Okay. Same thing for you two. Difficulty 10 for Stance and Walter.
Oh, okay.
Difficulty 10 for perception.
Perception plus Alertness.
Damn.
Difficulty 10.
It's almost as if you're having really bad luck noticing something.
Perception.
And awareness, you said?
Nope, Perception and Alertness.
Alertness, sorry.
Alertness. Okay.
A words.
Hey, I got 2 successes.
Oh,
Not
wow.
enough.
That's
You notice
astonishing.
nothing.
Cool.
Alright. Anything else before you head out?
Okay, so I have myself. I have the new body that is not deteriorating because we made the rolls correct.
It's in stasis waiting for a mind, correct?
Right. Okay.
You're actually going to be forced to describe that in a minute. I just want to make sure we're done before I make you all describe all the things you just did.
Right. I just
But
want to make sure I'm caught up because I had to step away for a second. Walter was going to give me a Lucky Rabbit's Foot, but then I threw it away, so 57 has it. And Stance, you're doing what in all of this?
Stance built himself his VR gear, so he's good to go.
Yeah.
And you're doing what to help the team?
I don't understand the question.
Same thing John's doing to help the team by throwing away the Lucky Rabbit's Foot.
Well, I'm the asshole of the group, and Stan's supposed to be the good guy. So if we're doing the same thing,
Stance is optimistic, though.
Two
that everything will turn out
minuses
fine.
also do not create a positive.
He's the good asshole and you're the neutral asshole. It's just, you know.
Is it feasible to pull a spirit into my phone and then hook up the phone to the computer rig, and that way if I need to like have an escape plan or just draw something in for distraction or something, I could just pull it through there?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because remember how I said one of the most paradoxical things you can do is pull things from the real world into the virtual web? That's what you're asking to do.
Yeah, there's no way to digitize the spirit.
You would have to jack it in too, which means it would need its own spirit VR gear. Which theoretically
I
you
see.
could do, sure, but then it needs an avatar too. And it's just a person with you. It no longer has... It's just like there's a fifth person, fourth person, fifth person.
Okay.
What you can do is summon a spirit to turn the power off in
The real world?
Dave and Buster's or wherever you said you were going after X number of hours, forcing you out.
Yeah, I'll set up a timer. Fuck that.
How long?
I don't know how long we're supposed to be in there though. I'll get it.
You have no idea.
From Stans or somebody, like, how many hours is this going to be? How many days in real time?
None of you have any idea because none of you have ever tried to hack a trinary computer before.
do we want like a big distraction at the place? Like, do we want their attention focused on something else going on?
Sure, if you want 57 to have to build a whole nother set of gear and not be in the building, because distraction would theoretically make them evacuate the game center. And possibly the bathroom.
No. Okay. All right. So I have to go back to Deep Dark.
All of you are going to Deep Dark except Walter. That's the plan now.
Walter's going to a Dave and Buster's.
Correct.
Right.
Get that
Okay.
big warrior on.
So you're saying that causing a distraction in Deep Dark messes up 57 because they might evacuate
And stands.
and stands. Okay.
Because any kind of distraction you cause that's enough to actually matter in the reconditioning room would be a pretty major distraction. Like evacuate the building or go into lockdown level distraction. And even then, they're not actively looking for you to be doing anything. It's not a little raising or lowering your DC any for this. And once you're in the digital web, then you can worry about distractions for other things you're unaware of, perhaps. But getting into it, I mean, you're not going to get any raise or lower of the DC because they're not watching for you to be doing that.
I'm just trying to think ahead to when they realize what's happening and they come for our bodies while we're jacked in. And
Yep, if you get caught, Stance and 57 are in big trouble.
right, that's why I'm trying to think if we can do something that physically distracts, like that's my thought. Like, no one else seems to be on this train of thought, so we'll just let it go.
Yeah.
I have an idea, but it's kind of radical. I don't know if it'll work or if it's way too vulgar.
What's that?
If we do need a distraction, like a real world distraction at the facility to, shut the power off or something like that, could I don't know, reach out to any of the 10,000 lost souls in Michigan from that explosion? Be like, hey, you want
could
some
easily
payback?
convince them to attack John, yes.
Well, could I conceivably make them think that they're attacking John, but they would actually be attacking the facility that's housing John?
If John's in the facility, yes, they'll be able to tell. Like a spirit would be able to sense his life pattern. even in a different body.
Oh,
So, like,
shit.
if they become wraiths, which is another thing in this world, in 20th Anniversary Edition, the wraith is still tethered to the world by unfinished business, and you're looking to find as many of those wraiths as possible whose tether is their murderer. Because those are the only ones that you can really easily convince. Which means they automatically know where he is at all times. So you can't fake it. He'd actually have to be in the building. Which his body will be.
Hit me.
Huh. Yeah,
So,
the thought would be like to just cause chaos at the facility, so that way, if there's a way, if we need to, we
So
can,
there's a way to
slip
cause
out or jack out. And
there's a
fuck
way
out.
to cause chaos at the facility without bringing wraiths in, though. That because my thought process
but that wouldn't
was,
be as fun.
well, you say that, but there's an idea.
War and chaos, my friend.
I mean, I don't know what your chaos means specifically, but I'm thinking of it this way. If we want a physical distraction in the real world that specifically might pull away security, right? On-site security. Explosion just went off, right? Maybe there's a group of people looking for answers that we could mobilize on the internet to show up at Deep Dark at a specific time.
Oh, the Food Not Bombs crowd is gonna cause a distraction, are they?
Not food, not bombs. Not who I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Not the
So, one,
Can we get some crazy internet conspiracy theorists to show up?
yeah,
security
that's
for the digital web inside the construct is controlled by AI, not real people.
Sure.
Two,
Again, not what I'm talking about, but yeah.
Yes, but how are you going to cover your tracks? Because if that comes back to you when they research how these people found out that the construct is what it is, you don't want them finding out it was you.
Well, sure, absolutely. I don't know.
And the reason I mentioned the AI thing is if you pull the physical guards away, there's the chance the AI can still send hit marks in to direct the attacks out. That
So
works.
Gotcha.
one of our dear viewers had an idea for a distraction.
Oh,
I saw it, but
Against Flash mob.
Technocracy would just ignore that,
Dang it.
but it'd still be funny.
All of a sudden, their robots start dancing and malfunctioning. They're doing the robot, and that's
That would
what's
be
going on.
awesome, but you don't have that level of power.
No.
There are not enough of you. You would need several hundred more mages to pull that off against the construct. But that would be amazing. So yes, the explosion plan is possible, but you got to cover your tracks, and there's still a chance that the non-humanoid security guards can be dispatched by the AI if it thinks you're enough of a threat. The two meat sacks that will still be in the building.
the foreign data. Can I just rewrite the digital history of where this came from to the point that it never would come back to me? Like,
Sure.
just literally have it come from other people's
Yeah, you can try.
IPs
Correct.
or logins to where it's never even connected to anything I own or like yeah, you
I
know,
mean, in
just,
this reality, it's probably already there.
yeah.
You can try, yes.
Okay.
In mechanical terms, that comes down to resonance, meaning simple task for you to erase the footsteps, but everywhere that you touch leaves John's resonance. Now that you have 4 dots and spheres, everyone who knows you would know that that's your resonance. You also have to hide the resonance, which is the harder part.
Okay.
The data, easy. The fact that you manipulated the data, hard. Using hyperscience, I mean.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is this something we want to do before we say yes? Like, I'm throwing out ideas here. Like, it's a group decision if we want to do this.
57 and Stance Care, yeah. Because they're the ones who would be in the building.
Right. This is to protect your physical bodies when we have no backup in the physical world. But if we think that it's not worth it, or it just puts us at more risk, then we don't have to do it.
Unleashing Natalie?
What?
Is that what you're talking about?
No, I want to basically data bomb all the message boards of, like, you know, weirdo whack job conspiracy theorists online who are looking into the explosion, and basically giving them the address of Deep Dark.
He has no control over Natalie anymore. You never have to worry about
Natalie's out in the world doing
Yeah.
Natalie things.
Correct.
He was gonna somehow try to call her back. Yeah, that's fine.
I
Natalie.
guarantee Natalie will show up at some point in all of this.
Literally every bit of my notes that says, if you need more time, add Natalie. It's not even a joke. Every spot where it might possibly end too soon, add
Oh
Natalie.
yeah. Thanks for reminding why I really hate John. It's Natalie.
My Natalie plan is perfect, and I will not, and I don't appreciate the insinuation that it's not.
No,
I defeated Natalie.
you nuked
100%.
Michigan, and then you
Yeah.
unleashed the worst thing in the world on the internet with an
Yes.
enhanced AI.
Yes.
You
But he did
literally
it in the
deserve
nicest way
everything
possible.
that's coming to you.
Wait, he unleashed the worst thing onto the internet?
Mhm.
Impossible.
Icon has cheeseburger memes?
That's not the worst thing anymore.
Yeah, why is that the worst thing? What's wrong with
I
it?
also
That's the
I
only
also-
meme I could think of, and I actually really love it.
I also gave it an advanced combat tactical mind that it didn't have prior.
Right,
So it's
haven't
smarter than
forgotten that
itself.
part.
But
And-
none
and the
of
abi-
that
yes,
matters
and
to
the-
this question.
And the ability to infinitely replicate itself. Correct.
Yes,
Right.
but none of that matters to this question. 57 and Stance, do you care about your meat sacks?
I mean,
Yes, if he wants to flash mob with idiots, that's fine.
I care about their meat
I-
sacks, even though he won't admit it.
I mean, I like my current flesh suit. However, I can rebuild a flesh suit. I just need some of my genetic material, I suppose. I think. I mean, I prefer this meat suit, yes. I've become acquainted with it. I know it's like ins and
You actually
outs,
cannot
but
clone
a
yourself?
bunch.
You actually cannot clone yourself without the Technocrat facility because you don't have enough life on your own.
Mm. Not yet.
Then yes, I do like this meat's flesh suit sack format. Kitty tail, Sprout. Oh my god, IT cat. What's he fixing?
He broke the mic, but it's fine now. Go
So,
ahead. I'll feed you in a bit.
how much correspondence do you have now? 4?
Me, yes.
I'm raising the difficulty to replicate you covering your own tracks. So, also, you're already distracted.
Oh yes, I am distracted from the person. Yeah.
Difficulty 5. You need 7 successes. You have 15 rolls. Yeah.
Yikes. Man, if only I had that rabbit's foot. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Right.
Oh, if only.
I got 3 on my first roll.
You get 5 on the first roll. Continue. 4, sorry. 4 on the first roll. Continue. 5 on that one. Continue.
That's 8 successes.
Yep. Oh, yeah, you only needed 7. You're successful.
In only 2 rolls, baby.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It was, like, really easy to find the message boards. And, like, you didn't even have to do Google searches. Really lucky today.
Right? That was pretty crazy. The fact that you were just giving that to me. That I don't question this at all.
You set up your trap. And, as soon as you hit enter, then it's time to go to the construct because your time is extremely limited.
Oh, you're smiling at Sprout, not my maniacalness. Okay.
No, of course I was smiling at Sprout. God, like, what do you think I am, a monster?
Don't smile at Sprout.
He's IT
We
cat.
love
He
you,
fixes all
Sprout.
the problems. He's beautiful.
Oh.
Sprout automatically removes one paradox.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Now,
You should have been pulling Sprout into this a long time ago.
I know, right?
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Actually, Tyler, can you give me a cover? I need to go feed him.
yeah. Hold on.
That's what that is? That's a come feed me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Rain's
go.
not here, so
Sean would fit
Oh,
in
that's
with
right.
Sage and
I was wondering why everything was different today. That's right.
come on, bud.
Sean is a bacheloring it up. Okay.
Married bachelor life.
Yeah.
All right, so I easily find all the message boards I want
And
to
easily
draw
cover your tracks.
and easily cover my track. So I have an army of internet peoples.
Yes.
Perfect.
And an hour later, once you're already all in place and ready to go, it occurs to everyone, shit, all those people are gonna die. But then it's too late. Carry on.
It's not
You
like
just threw a bunch of civilians at the
over
Technocracy
that
construct.
shit.
They're gonna gun them down.
Wait,
He just nuked 10,000 people. He's like, whatever.
What?
Tuesdays.
Oh, I've been side messaging Tyler. I 100% knew that was coming and asked him specifically, like, this is what's going to happen, right? Because John is finally living up to his nature.
Tyler said, yep, it's awesome how they never notice. So yeah.
not occur to me whatsoever.
So, plan anything else you want to do?
Occur to me, but they're all internet conspiracy theorists, so they deserve what's coming.
See, you say that Stance is just 100% superhero, but the truth is, Stance is just a very moral technocrat, and he just proved it. The ends justify the means, technocrat. So,
You
as soon
always
as you hit
belong to
enter,
a stance.
as soon as you hit enter, it's on. So make sure you have nothing else you want to do first.
Anything else? Do we know? Okay, do we have a plan once we're inside, or are we winging it?
You literally don't know what it's going to be on the digital web. You've never tried to hack
Got it.
with a trinary computer before. You can't really plan for it. Beyond what I told you with mechanics.
Understood?
So, next you need avatars. Describe for the audience what you want your avatar to look like. It cannot have superpowers unless you cast spells, but it can look like anything you want it to. The more weird, badass, cyberpunk, and goth it is, the more points you get from the internet community. Let's begin with Walter.
Oh, okay.
Imagine you're at Skyrim
was-
character creation, but literally anything is available.
I was thinking he'd be ironic about it, and he would construct like an old timey Looney Tunes cartoon caricature of like an actual of a Native American, you know. So it's like a
Oh,
grotesque
no.
caricature, but he'd be
no.
like metallic with like a red cyber eye, and you know what I mean. Instead of like a bow and arrow, he'd have like a like a rail gun or something silly like that, you know.
Because you are not as white as me, Sean, or Steve, we'll allow it. Otherwise, that would be a hard no. Okay, so
You could be just Wile E. Coyote, for Christ's sake, but
Wile E. Coyote, it's too obvious. It's too on the nose, you know. I mean, we just kind of did that. The metal coyote. I was like, nah.
All right.
Otherwise, that would have been my first go-to thing. Metal coyote, like all the way. Like, no
Stance, you're next. What's your avatar?
I am a Unimechatar.
Please describe that to the audience.
So
It isn't
he
me and
has-
doesn't know what you're talking about.
So he has the upper half of a unicorn with a rainbow horn. The rest of his body is a quadrupedal mech with like missile launchers and like lasers and stuff.
John, you will look like yourself. and we'll get to how you can change your avatar on demand when you transform because you're going in all the way.
Got it.
So you can decide what you look like when you get to there. 57.
It's a toss-up. I've got two ideas in mind. Either my avatar is a swarm of nanobots, or Nyan Cat.
Oh, come on. That's an easy choice.
Both.
Oh, yeah, a Nyan Cat made up of rainbow nanobots.
Nailed it. There you go.
It's a Unimechacorn now. Don Arnetto has slightly altered it.
Fair enough.
Okay. Ready to push the button then? Because if so, then the last thing you need to do is describe how all those crazy hyperscience spells work. Especially the really bizarre capsule you had to build in John's condo to house that body in stasis. And I mean, you gotta go all out with the weird cyberpunk, because this is straight technocracy here. There'll be like a Star Trek tube with like weird liquids and like cables going everywhere. Describe it.
I'm definitely getting a The Fly like vibe from this
or that.
chamber.
Yes. You can work as a unit to describe to us what it looks like and how many blocks of power you're draining to keep this thing going while you're gone. And then when they're done, Walter, you can tell us what you did to it to add your little flair to it since you helped with the ritual. So once they describe this really cool, weird hyperscience construct, you can add like dream catchers and sparkly rabbit's foots or whatever you want. Make it funny.
Okay.
So describe for the people at home.
I mean, I didn't build it, right?
You all helped. Since it was a group ritual, you all helped construct it.
This is the pod for the body?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Female body that's going to be John's new meat bag. It's a weirdly overcomplicated stasis pod.
I feel like it would have started with a refrigerator.
I was just thinking the exact same thing.
And then it's got like one of those industrial refrigerators, like where it's got the glass door and it's all in stainless steel around it.
Okay.
And then like, it's got all these tubes that go to like a generator and a refrigeration unit in like 12 AC units that we ordered off of Amazon. Those are all hooked into it. And then, but the back is just like, it looks like you went to Skycraft and just literally bought every board that you could stick in there. There's just lights and readouts, and it's like the carbonite thing that Han Solo was in. And there's just sort of this body that's just sort of like hung by its underarms. It's just sort of sitting there, all frosty and got that like rime frost on it.
Although I do demand that it be matte black.
We had to paint it matte black.
We had to paint it. Like it specifically started off as a refrigerator with the
like
chrome.
we were almost done, and then you were like, "I'd really like it matte black."
I would like it
because it's part of the ritual. It's not just matte black; it's a special nanocarbon paint, and it just happens to look black by design, but it actually
unreflective.
Yeah.
Right.
I was figuring.
Oh yeah, it needs to be non-reflective.
It's Vanta Black.
It doesn't absorb any heat because we've had
Vanta Black nanocarbon paint. Done.
I was figuring that just to piss him off, Stance would make it camo.
No, but I'm sure that Stance makes the readout thing, which is like probably this big, probably like 4 feet tall. Just a rainbow of colors.
It is the worst 1990s website interface design possible. Like it has a
GeoCities,
absolutely no fucking reason. It's got like marquees that just scroll across.
Wait, is it the background that's like just twinkling stars with green text?
Yes, and then there's like animated GIFs that pop up for no reason. in like everything you do, there's a sound associated with it. Like it's constantly playing like the Final Countdown kazoo version that you just have to turn
In
down
MIDI,
the music
and
to
it
it.
has to be playing in MIDI.
Oh yeah, it's in MIDI form. So somehow a kazoo form of a MIDI sound. Yeah. So yeah,
Approved.
that sounds right.
All right, 57. What's your flair?
I sorry, I lost it at the cazoos.
We had him. We had him, and then we lost him.
You had me at kazoo.
You had.
All right, Walter. What's your flair? We've lost 57.
I kind of imagine if it's gonna be matte black, he'll take like a white Sharpie and then just like scrawling things along the side. But you know, because he's a trickster, instead he'll be like, "These are sacred rites that I'm scrawling into the sides of your refrigerator," and it's just like really stylized dick doodles all around the sides.
People will
and
believe
stuff.
anything you tell them.
Boobs, stuff like
God.
that. But that's the funny, the tricksy side of it. But like he'll have like little mirrors that like he has like a lot of stuff in cosmology and totems, and he has a lot of knowledge about that. So he'll put like the evil spirit protector mirrors from Japanese mythology. Like he'll just stack them up all along the sides, and they'll just kind of hang there with like the spirit catcher and like feathered bead and combination stuff that he'll like attached or like duct tape to the sides of the refrigerator.
Okay. And what is the receptacle you put your emergency download spirit look like? The one that's going to cut the power to force everyone, Dave and Buster's out.
What do I put it into?
Yeah, what's your talisman look like? Now this would actually have to be serious.
To cut the power.
Yeah, this spirit, after the timer wears off, after you still have to tell me how many hours too, the talisman will break, the charm will break, and the spirit will be released, and its only goal is to cause havoc to electrical systems. Meaning you'll be forced out.
I imagine he'll put like a sticker or something on like the junction box out back or whatever, where like the fuse box for Dave and Buster's. It'll look like an innocent like graffiti like sticker, like somebody just put like some club like advert or something like that on it. And it'll just have like it'll have a face of like a Wile E. Coyote cartoon on it or something face, and that'll be the container of the spirit.
Do you have quintessence? Because if you use a sticker, it will require quintessence to hold the spirit. It's very close.
I'll spend 1 quintessence. Would that be okay?
That's all it needs, yeah, for one day.
Yeah, cool.
So how many hours before it expires? Maximum of 24 for 1 quintessence.
I don't know. Maybe like 12 hours.
Okay.
So I want to make sure I slap it on like as we're about to go in, like I just go dook, and then go inside and tell the kid to get off.
Okay. Are we pushing the button?
I need to add a flare.
All right. Yes. What's your flair to the very 80s stasis chamber?
So, when no one was paying attention, 57 got to work and made something so special, so amazing. And they pull it out from behind them. It's a plushy nanobot. And they duct tape it to the pod.
No one understands how 57's magic works anymore. No one asks. Not even Walter.
Oh, this was supposed to be magical flare. Oops.
57 just heard flare and was like, "Oh, I want to get something cool." He's just duct taped to the fridge.
Okay.
I'm following my my nature. Yes. That's what I'm sticking to.
Well, I'm fine with it. You can have some really weird focuses now that you're trying to merge hyperscience with real magic.
Mm-hmm.
Are we
And I know
ready
how to do this.
to hit the button?
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
It's made out of all natural fibers. Constructed by nanobots.
Okay. You report to the construct for debriefing. Stance, your debrief is pretty fast.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yep. What I'm about to say is all couched in hyperbole and innuendo. None of this comes out in these words, but it works out like this. You're not in trouble, but you're going to be if you don't throw John under the butt. Oh, wow, you already filled the paper out, thanks.
Mm-hmm. In triplicate.
Wait, what do you mean you need more paper?
Right.
That's funny.
57. Your debrief is slightly longer because you try not to throw him under the bus for anything else. Even though halfway through they're like, are you sure you didn't see him do these other bad, terrible things? We have it on good authority that he did, and you're like... Because, like, they're like, yeah, we know he blew up all those people, but we didn't know he did the circle shooting massacre and the thing to the people in the restaurant, and you're like, how did they know all that?
How did they know all that?
Stance filled out an entire notebook full of stuff about John.
Whoa. Oh, I guess maybe he did. It's just it was so long ago. It's hard to remember. And you know that I don't have any chips in my brain to like record those memories, so maybe I'll install one next time and I'll remember, you know, all the stuff that he's done.
And you're dismissed.
Made of Kimchi has given 57 a bonus die or advantage or whatever Mage uses.
Walter,
Because plushies are fun.
on the way to Dave & Buster's, and while you hook yourself into the gear that 57 made for you, you get like 30 texts from the construct saying you're late for your debrief.
Cool, thanks. You're right there. BRT.
Okay.
Shit.
John, you walk in, security immediately shows up, frisks you, takes all your weapons, leaves you your personal belongings. You don't notice the rabbit's foot that they look at, put back in your pocket. And they drag you off to reconditioning. You're John, so you don't fight, so I guess they don't drag you.
Do
So, like,
they
because it's psych ops, there's like 6 people surrounding you in case you try to run.
do they take my glasses?
Not until you get in there, then they will.
Okay, I was just curious. So yeah, so I let them pat me down. I hold my hands up and I just look straight ahead and follow whatever they say. I don't fight.
In the psych ops room, the guy in charge, who's got an overly dramatic cyberpunk white frock coat, the kind where it doesn't actually close in the front and collars, like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And like
That
a
guy's
white
dope.
turtleneck, like white pants,
That
white
guy's
gloves.
dope as hell.
Yeah. He's got like perfectly coiffed hair
Nice.
and like just cables going in and out of his skin. And he's like, reads off very robotically a list of your accusations, and they ask you that if you have any comments to make about any of it. As they're strapping you down to what essentially looks like a very cyberpunked up electroshock therapy table.
Okay. As they're strapping me down, again, not fighting, I will just say,
They take your glasses. And then they strap down your arms and they strap down your legs. They put the helmet on you and they fasten everything. Then they offer you a piece of leather. Would you like to bite on this? It helps.
no, thank you.
They remove the piece of leather and they push a button. and steel prongs this big around immediately pierce both arms, both legs, the back of your neck, both sides of your temples, and into your chest. You bite your tongue, not off, but deeply.
Sure. I'm not gonna.
John has
do
no
that.
regrets and does not wish he had the leather.
Nope.
And then they begin feeding data into the machine about how they want to reset you. They start asking you a few questions, even though you're in a lot of pain and replying is hard, but they're like, there's some parts of your own personality you can help reset, and they ask you like really bizarre questions like favorite food, sex drive, pet preference. Most of those questions confuse you, because you're John.
Right.
So it's up to you if you give non-answers or random answers.
Poster.
This is in case you fail your rolls and actually get reconditioned.
Of course. Yeah. No, I'll answer still as John. He wouldn't have he wouldn't be gaining a sense of humor in this moment. So he'd still be answering them like unnecessary, no pets, distraction,
Okay.
unneeded.
And with that, your mind begins to black out and you realize now is the time. So, pop open your Arete. Difficulty is 5. Each roll costs you 30 seconds. This is just the magic part. We'll go back and do the mundane part if the magic part succeeds.
Okay.
You have 5 minutes before the reconditioning is complete. For every minute that passes, the DC will go up by 1, so every 2 rolls. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
The technocracy will remain mutual.
Begin!
4 successes.
Next.
I need how many to finish this?
25.
25 to succeed. Wow. Okay. Six.
DC is now 6.
Eight.
Do you have quintessence?
No.
Strangely, you do. 4 points of it. That's weird.
Hey.
Also, there's some spare change in your pocket you didn't have before, and one of the coins is really old. Kind of lucky that got in there.
Oh. Okay.
So, next.
And how does quintessence help the situation?
Drops the DC for every point you spend. You can spend points equal to your prime, or if you don't have prime, equal to your dots and your genius.
I can spend.
It's all 4 in your case because you have maxed out your genius.
Or
Or no, that was Stance. Right. What's yours?
Wasn't me. 2.
Yeah, so you can spend 2 and you drop your difficulty back to 4, and then we'll go up to 5 after this roll.
Okay. Okay. So you can only spend 1 willpower, right?
Right.
Okay. So I'll just start pulling my willpower on these rolls.
Okay. Put you at 9 before you roll, so roll it at difficulty 4.
So difficulty. Nope. Disregard that. Difficulty 4. Dropping a willpower.
Yep.
Rolling Arete.
$13. And now your difficulty's back to 5. The next 2
Okay.
rolls.
Spending another willpower.
14.
And then if I spend a quintessence, sorry, what
You can
happens
spend
again?
2 more again to drop it to 3. from 5. Then you're
yeah,
out.
Let's do that. Okay.
You're at 14 before you roll, because of the willpower.
Okay, difficulty is now 3.
Yep, which is the minimum.
Okay, and then rolling the Arete.
Sure that's right? That's almost not possible. Let me check. Something might have went wrong there. Come to me. Oh, okay. It's because you got 2 1s and they weren't 10s. Yep. Carry on. Still at 14. Still at difficulty 3 for one more roll. Almost impossible, but not impossible. There we go. 19. Now you're back up to difficulty 4. 6 more. Wait. Cool. Limited rolls left, though. Roll good.
Another willpower.
Okay, 20. There it is,
5.
25. You had 2 rolls left. You're able to upload your consciousness at the last moment before reconditioning takes hold.
Sorry, so say that again?
You're able to upload your consciousness at the last moment before the reconditioning takes hold. And your body is left a mindless shell, and they assume the conditioning went wrong. Happens sometimes. Okay.
Alright. John is no more in his body.
That's a shame. Oh.
It drowns you. You exit your body and you actually can see yourself traveling through the fiber optic cabling before you hit a bright spot of light that grows as it comes towards you, and everything explodes digitally before you reform on the other side in a place that looks weird but feels normal to you now because you're physically here.
Okay.
It's a big gray cube, and it looks a lot like a server room, except the servers are just really low-res graphics displays of such. No windows, no doors. And instead of moving, you just look at the one you want to be next to, and like it rushes towards you, like in the Matrix.
Oh. Wait, what?
You're in standby zone. You're not actually anywhere yet. You're just in a switch.
Okay. Did something rushed at me? Sorry.
It's a big gray cube with no doors or windows, full of servers that look like low graphic versions of server racks.
Got
when
it.
you look at the server you want to be close to, it moves to you. You don't
moves
move
to
it.
me. Got it. Okay. Okay. What are they labeled? What are the servers like? How are they labeled at all?
They're not.
Can I use data to read the streams coming off of them and figure out what's what?
Yes, roll irritate difficulty 4.
One.
You're able to figure out that this is a firewall, and you have to go through the firewall to get into the network. You see, you can do it because you're on the other side of the firewall. But to pull them in, they have to go through the firewall, which means they have to go through open ports. So that means you're going to have to go where they go, or you'll be split up.
Okay.
And you look at the open ports, and you realize this is a really good firewall because it's a Technocracy construct. And there only seem to be 3 open ports. Not even open, they're forwarded.
Okay.
They're MMO ports, because there's a gaming room in the construct. So, which game would you like to play?
What are my options?
Not Conan Exiles, not Warcraft, not MechWarrior 5 multiplayer.
What was the second one?
World of Warcraft.
Not World of Warcraft, not Conan, and not MechWarrior 5.
World of Smashcraft, Battle Warrior 5, and G-Man Exiles. Valerian Exiles. There we go.
Valerian Exiles.
Once you transition into the game, it will become real, as in the game can kill you. You will actually have to move through the game and then cheat. Like, those awesome things that you're convinced always happen to you in Siege, only you're really going to do it to break through the game. Basically, you're looking to cheat into ghost mode so you can res through the environment and through the firewall. Doing so will attract the attention of moderators and anti-cheat bots. At the same time that you're actually in a PvP world in any of those games. Also, if you don't follow the rules of the game when using your spells, paradox.
Paradox. Okay. Oh, okay.
And it's up to you which one you send them through. You could ask them, but you're John. You don't ask. You just pick.
No, I'm sending them through the Conan one.
Okay, then. You all received the signal. Ready to plug in?
Well, there's gonna be that guy in the lobby who, when they load, and everybody starts moving out, he just stands there. He doesn't move. He doesn't do anything. He just kind of looks up.
Jacking in. Okay. Got that ska music ready there, Stance?
Yeah, he like is at a desk or just starts to the closest person to him. Gotta take a shit. Then he just goes in. Like he made like their oven mitts with like little depressors and like the harder you press that like controls the finger, and like he's just got this whole like it's a colander but with like goggles, but it's like an old like leather cap that has like little diodes on it and like goggles and stuff that are just spray painted black on the outside, and then screens inset, and yeah, just like all kinds of wild gear. And just he actually like opens up the toilet and sits on it in case he has to go to the bathroom while he's in there. Yeah.
57. What does your gear look like?
Does that mean you're sitting there with your pants down while you're
Yes.
No, 100%.
jacked in?
Yes.
They are decoy pants around his legs.
Right. It's part of
and
the
he's
camouflage.
actually wearing another pair of pants.
Exactly. Part of
Yeah.
the camouflage.
So 57 is just borrowing equipment from that internet cafe. So it's kind of like ramshackle. It's just not that great. But 57 tweaks it a little bit when the supervisor of the cafe is not paying attention, and yeah.
Okay. You all get pulled into the digital construct. The bright white light rushes at you. Then you land. And you land on a beach. There's water behind you. And you're actually laying face first, even you, Unicorn Man, in the sand. And for a second you can't breathe, and you actually have to hackle water out of your lungs. And you look, but everything is sore and you're cut and abrased, and you look behind you and it looks like your ship just crashed and you got tossed ashore.
Oh.
You're cold, you're mostly naked, and all that's around you is a bunch of flotsam and wood, except for whatever John looks like looking down at you.
Oh, you survived.
Give us
That's
your
a shame.
avatar, John.
So I look similar to myself, but different in that I actually have more of like the body and build of a Slender Man type character. Very tall, very lanky, very like reaching out. And then half my face has that awesome emo jet black hair kind of like hanging down over it. And then the other half of my face is just kind of shifting different appearances and faces.
Nice. John says, of course. Tyler approves. Both of you look up, and John too. And in the middle of the island, because this is Island of Thulsa Doom expansion pack. There's this tower with like this raging green storm around it, and it looks like it's expanding, and all the wind around you is getting sucked towards it.
Huh.
Jeez.
And then you look up, because you hear a roar growl noise. I need you all to roll initiative as a whole bunch of alligators attack you. You're naked and gearless.
What?
He picked Conan Exiles. Valerian
Whose
Exiles.
great idea was that?
And this is a
Don't worry about
PvP server. This is not a nerfed server, so... Default rules.
What is dexterity, cunning? Wait.
You don't have dexterity here, and that's why we've got to do the rolls manually. Dexterity is replaced by wits, and strength is replaced by intelligence.
Except me. I'm just gonna roll my initiative.
That's correct.
Okay, so wits plus.
It's wits plus dex, which means it's going to be wits plus wits.
Okay.
So just roll 1d10 plus whatever that is.
That's. Okay.
Walter, quick summary. You landed shipwrecked on the beach, naked face down on the Valerian Exiles expansion Isle of Thulsa Doom, and are being attacked by crocodiles. Roll your initiative, which in avatar form is wits plus wits. So it's 1d10 plus wits.
Fucking terrible at this game.
Yeah, and this isn't a nerf server either. This is on default mode.
Oh yeah, I'm really dead then. Alright.
Also, John
Alright.
looks like a broken, fucked up Slender Man ghost from the ring.
Okay. Sorry, you said wits
Plus wits.
and
Because dex is wits here and strength is intelligence, because you don't have physical stats.
okay, intelligence plus wits, and the difficulty is
Nope.
6.
1d10 plus wits. So what's your wits? How many dots do you have?
I have 2, but if
So
it's
it's
wits,
1d10
twice
plus
the-
4.
Okay.
That's your initiative roll here.
Well, okay.
So John has gifted both Walter and the DM with a spooky woo. By the way. Not John Doman, but J3 bajillion zillion trillion.
Okay. So you actually got a 10, Walter, but that still works.
Alright.
Because that's using your actual initiative, but I can still look at the base roll and figure it out. And then 57, 11. John got a 9. Ooh. Luckily for you, the crocodiles rolled a natural 1, which means they go on 4. Okay. The crocodiles are going to try to eat you. What are you going to do when it's your turn, John? Also, there's 6 of them.
What am I going to do? I am going to.
Yeah, for those who don't know, we declare actions in reverse order, so the faster people can react to it.
I'm going last with a 9.
Second to last.
I'm gonna attempt. I just want to hide.
Okay, what are you going to do with your turn, Walter?
I've got crocodiles, but I'm a cyberpunk cartoon, and in this thing.
That's
so
your
I'll just,
avatar,
like-
but you'll still have the stats of a starting Valerian Exiles character.
Oh, I'm fucked. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll try to climb up a rock and hide.
There are shipwrecks.
Or,
You can
know,
climb a shipwreck, yes. Okay.
Sure.
57, we can do it your turn.
Okay, so right now I'm a swarm of nanobots in the shape of Neon Cat, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one you chose?
Yes.
That's what you look like, but it doesn't grant you any superpowers. It's merely a form. You
Man,
still
so
move and walk like a human unless you use hyperscience.
That's
which will
depressing. I
break
was
the
really
rules
hoping
of this
I'd-
game. This game would require you to use not Conan style magic, which would mean all weird and creepy sorcery that corrupts you to stay in to not get paradox.
Oh.
Which you can do because you're not really a technocrat anymore, but Stans and John cannot do that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do weird and creepy magic to get to a safe place.
Okay, and then Stance, when it's your turn, what are you going to do?
Can
Everybody
I
is cutting and running.
Can I somehow well, that's what a void engineer does.
I know.
Can I somehow hack this server to get the admin password?
That's ultimately what you're going to try to do, is use cheat codes that will immediately call admin bots. And yes, you can do that, but it's not going to stop the crocodiles from eating you while you do it, which could de-res you out of the game and back to your body.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to climb the nearest thing to try to get away from them, and then try to get the admin password. But look like an admin of this server. Okay,
so you're first. Go ahead and give me athletics plus intelligence, because you have no strength here.
Where'd my sheet go? Athletics plus intelligence.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Stance is immediately awed by this game because you can climb everything, and that's awesome. Check your difficulty. What's it set to?
6?
Oh, okay. So that really was it. You can spend willpower to recover that.
Wait, that only rolled 3 dice. Why did that only roll 3 dice?
And that. You have athletics checked and intelligence checked. No, try it again. Yep, hold on. Let's figure out why it's doing that.
Wow.
Try doing it with awareness. Maybe athletics on your sheet needs to be fixed. Maybe there's a typo in the text. Yep, that was it. So yeah, just use something else with 2 dots when I say athletics. Okay.
Okay.
3 successes. You scramble up the side successfully.
Yeah.
57. Athletics plus intelligence to get somewhere safe enough to do creepy magic. Difficulty 6.
Oh no, I've got 0 in athletics. So I would like to use my bonus type thingy from Made of Kimchi, who is awesome.
Alright. That gives you an extra die to the roll, so that you can do the bonus dice plus 1.
Should I just click something with 1 dot for that?
Yep. That's how I would do it, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do art because it's an.
It's your lucky roll.
To. Really?
You're scrambling up the side, but they're snapping at your heels. John, or I'm sorry, Walter, run for it. Intelligence plus athletics.
Oh shit. Plus athletics. Difficulty. Oh yeah, this is difficulty 6. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
And that was only 2 dice. Is that correct?
No.
Okay, so you don't use athletics. Use something else that has an equal number of dots. Apparently, I need to fix that field.
All right, let's try that.
That's wow. That's better. Look at all those 10s. Holy crap! Nice. You just like jump up to the top of the ship, and everyone's like, "Wow, he's good at this game." John.
Oh, no, it's fiction.
Athletics plus intelligence. Your difficulty is 3. You're really lucky today.
Athletics plus
Intelligence. Difficulty 3.
Intelligence difficulty.
Oh no, you're here physically. Dex.
Yes.
Or strength. Your athletics plus strength. Your normal roll.
To hide?
Oh, you're not going to try to climb something to hide it?
I mean,
They're climbing out of range to hide.
Okay, that's what everyone's doing. All right, I'll
Yeah.
follow suit. That's fine. Okay. This is bad. I'm not very good at this.
I think it's a low DC. That is not physically possible.
Oh, it's because I still have all my
Walter
wounds.
sees-
I think it's
Oh.
because I still have all my wounds in.
Yeah, so you actually got 0 successes instead of botch because you have a 10 which exploded and 2 1s. So yeah,
So
take
can
your fix your health.
Should I get rid of? Okay.
None of you have physical health issues here, even though we
Okay.
never figured out what kind of damage John really had. Doesn't
Then
matter because
can
his
I-
body's gone.
Can I spend the willpower to succeed in this and not get eaten by alligators?
Sure. I'll allow it.
Thanks.
You scramble up the side much like 57, which means they can still snap at your heels, but you won't instantly die. Roll your stamina, 57.
You would ask me to do that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and same for you, John.
Just stamina?
Yeah, you're soaking damage.
Oh no.
John, your difficulty is 3. 57, yours is 6. Entropy 4, man. That's some kick-ass shit, Walter.
Nice.
John, you take no damage. It manages to rip off the sandal you're wearing, but not your foot.
Well, the
57, you take 1 level of lethal damage. There's tooth holes in your leg.
I don't wanna.
From the top of the ship, everybody hears Walter yell, "Run for it, you noobs!"
J3 billion. J3 billion. Before you arrived for the evening, when they were prepping for the mission, Walter made a lucky rabbit's foot using entropy 4 for John. John refused to use it, so 57 slipped it onto his person. He never knew it was there, and now it's merged with his digital self. For the next 24 hours, all his DCs are lowered by 4 to a minimum of 3. So, you're all on top of a wrecked ship now, looking down at the crocodiles. They snap around you for a while and eventually give up and leave. You can now coordinate your plan. You look around and you realize you don't have forever, because there's other avatars rushing towards you from within the island as the PvPers come to pound the noobs.
Oh, great. The PvP swarm is coming. Alright.
Yep.
I'm not really good with all this video game stuff. What's going on with this one? And he points over to John's new body, and there's a lot of spooky woo going on over here.
Nice.
Nice. Well done. John ignores you.
That's also normal, so I'm like, oh, that's definitely John.
Sorry. Do it again. Sorry.
Walter was just remarking that there's a lot of spooky woo going on with your whole get up now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, I hadn't noticed.
So what's your plan? I'll give you a few rounds to make a plan before you're charged by PvPers and you get pwned out of existence.
Okay.
Anybody knows how to play this silly ass game?
Yeah. it's
Stance
pretty
would.
like-
Stance would know everything about this game.
And he rambles on for like 2 minutes, like what you need to do to start out, what you need to build a base.
Short version.
You get-
So-
Hold on, let me get the admin cheat codes.
Stance, you
Yeah,
wanted
thanks.
to Stance, you wanted to immediately try to figure out how to enable admin mode so you can ghost through the game. So,
Right.
give me a computer plus intelligence roll. Difficulty 6. Do you have correspondence?
Yeah, 2.
Okay, so first let's do that. Roll DC 4, Arete.
Oops. Shit.
Each success will give you -1 to the DC, minimum of 3 of the actual hacking roll.
What? Seriously?
None? If it's a botch, it
Wow.
doesn't hurt anything. Okay, so yeah, just a regular roll. Your avatar is adjusting to the game. You've never been digitized before.
I rolled 3 successes earlier on for that roll, so.
Oh, that would mean that your DC is 3 for the Arete roll.
No. So the Arete roll is. I accidentally clicked the roll I needed to make.
Oh, you rolled 3 on the hacking roll. Got it.
Yeah, so.
3 is a
hack
complete
is-
success. So you're able to
Okay.
determine that, yes, you can actually use the admin cheats, but only from the tower.
Oh, bogus.
I
What?
got an idea.
Alright, so we just need to get out of this game, right?
Yes.
No.
You're
We'll
using
buy
the
some
game, you're going through the game to get into the forwarding port to get to the firewall.
Okay.
That's
You
what's
can work
happening.
on that. I
So-
can deal with the PvPers potentially.
So how do we get to the forwarding port?
Legally or cheat, it's up to you. Cheating will attract admin bots, but if you think you're faster than them, it's worth it.
What's legally?
Follow the actual rules of not Conan Exiles, meaning run for it.
Oh, okay, so...
And then
where do
I will
we-
tell you every so often you're out of stamina, you have to catch your breath, things might catch you and smack you.
Where are we running to?
From the beach, through the redwoods, into the tower across the plains.
Oh, so I need to get there to
Through all
hack
the worst
anyways.
parts of the
Okay.
island, yes.
Yeah, alright. So I tell them we need to run for the tower. Like, literally just
Okay.
run.
Is there a way that I can use chaos to just say like, what are the odds that they're gonna run into a really bad storm on their way to us from where they're coming from?
Sure, roll Arete, difficulty 5 because of the number of them.
Cool. Oh fuck me. 0. Huh. Do I roll again?
Yes, however, while the party is waiting for you and doing their calisthenics, and it takes you more than a turn, the PvPers with bows start firing at you.
Fuck.
John, stamina. One lethal. 57 stamina.
Okay. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Did I click anything else? Just stamina? Yeah.
Just stamina
Yeah.
DC 6. Oh, John, your DC was 3. I assume you're giving it a 3. Except for really complex spells, that's what you do.
Four.
Whoa.
Nice, you take no damage.
Yes.
Walter. The arrow that was aimed at you hits one of the crocodiles instead in a botch. And stance. Roll stamina.
Pissed
Oh.
off the crocs. That was my other idea, like, oh.
Actually, yeah, that crocodile
Crocodile's
turns
very
and charges for them.
Oh, there's stamina.
You take 1 lethal. Roll again, Walter. Arete.
Nice.
Don't forget to set your DC back to 5.
What the fuck?
To
Really?
blow some more temporary willpower. I know you're not getting low, but you could.
I'll blow a willpower. Actually, did we reset from the last time? Because I had spent 2 the last session.
No, there's no reset now.
Oh, okay, so I'm down 3 then total. I'll blow a willpower and just make it happen.
One success
Come on, damn
will one success will be enough to literally interpret using entropy what you asked for. The storm immediately accelerates to its highest phase. which makes everyone's life harder, including yours. You can run for it now.
Well, we have shelter where they do not, and they're trying to shoot at us with arrows, so they've got that going for them.
Actually, on the beach, it doesn't help anyone, but if you run for it now into the storm, it'll make it hard for them to hit you because of limited visibility. Of course.
We're gonna go. We need to move now.
Of course, stance size heavily and tells you all about the monsters that come in lightning strikes in the storm.
This game
All right.
sucks. Let's go.
Athletics plus
it's
stamina.
great.
Athletics
Just
plus
gotta tweak
stamina.
all the rules.
Starting with 57.
Got this. I've got this. Difficulty 6.
Yep.
Might
John.
not got this. I roll a 2.
Your turn, John.
More stamina?
Plus athletics. You're running.
Oh, we're running now. Okay. Stamina plus athletics. God, I'm still not good at these.
Walter.
3!
It's pretty good. Difficulty 6.
Yep. Stance. As a master of this game, your difficulty is 5.
What? Intelligence plus what? Oh, never mind.
Stamina plus athletics.
Stamina plus athletics.
Gotta keep that stamina bar up, yo.
Oh, jeez. Can I do the triple backflip situation here? Ooh, yeah. Can I dual wield?
One success.
Okay. So, as the only one with a complete success, I'm gonna need John to roll Perception plus Alertness, difficulty 7. See if you notice the hyenas.
Well, now I do because you told me. Difficulty 7.
Well, which would be -3 for you, always -3. It's 4.
Difficulty 4. Perceive. 5 successes.
You do. Whoever has the highest stealth, roll it to guide the party around the hyenas.
I have 5 stealth.
I have 4. But I have Coyote's Cunning, if that makes any difference.
Yeah, I have 5 stealth and 3 dex. If we get to add dex to this.
Oh, you have 8 total? Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
Difficulty 6 minus 3 is 3.
I was originally supposed to be an infiltrator, remember?
You've gotten to do it once, twice. Twice you've gotten to use it.
3 successes on the stealth.
You avoid the hyenas. You make it out of the redwood biome. Everyone but John is at +1 difficulty to all rolls, so if I say 6, it's 7 for you. As your stamina bar drops, now you're charging across the fields towards the tower. So, starting 57, give me another stamina plus athletics, 6 plus whatever your penalty is.
So what I'm hearing is the 8-foot-tall slender man with only half a face that's constantly morphing to different faces is successfully sneaking his way through this world.
Correct. And also you have a glowing green neon rabbit's foot right in that part of your back where you can't see what everyone else can.
Interesting.
Ooh.
John!
Do I have a tag on my shirt? Like, it just feels weird.
Yeah, it's kind of itchy and tickly.
Well, we'll get it later.
Difficulty 3 for you, John, go.
Difficulty 3, what?
Stamina plus athletics, you're still
Stamina
sprinting.
plus athletics again. Okay. All right. Stamina plus athletics. Here we go.
By the way, Walter, you got a bonus die from Don
3.
Arnett.
Oh.
Walter, stamina plus
What?
athletics.
Stamina plus. Okay.
Difficulty 7.
Ooh.
Getting
that's
tired.
8. Oh, shit.
No, 7
All
total. I added yours in
Oh.
case you forgot.
Oh, okay, got it. I was like, holy crap. Doesn't sound good. Nothing.
Nice.
Cool.
Stance,
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
your turn. 6 plus your penalty. Difficulty. No, 5 plus your penalty for you. Sorry.
What am I rolling?
Blow that in a minute.
Stamina plus athletics, because you're still sprinting.
Oh, still again. Okay. 4.
So, 57 lags slightly behind. Walter actually stumbles as Stance realizes his mistake too late because he's not used to doing this game in first-person mode. He charges right through the elephant graveyard. And you see, they're not really elephants because they're twice as large as elephants. Their skin looks twice as thick, and they have like 6 tusks on total, 3 on each side. And their eyes are red.
Huh.
Oh my.
Okay.
They come charging through. That's what they actually look like in the game, if you've not noticed. They have extra tusks. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I don't get close. They're terrible.
They charge through, and Ever gets knocked aside, but Walter gets hit head on.
Oh,
Well, Ever rolls, or 57, not Ever, rolls stamina.
50 ever?
Ever 7?
Ever
Forever,
7?
forever 57?
Okay. Stamina plus athletics or just...
Nope, just stamina because you're getting hit by a tusk.
Okay. And difficulty
they're
is...
goring you. Ugh.
6.
Okay. Plus my penalty? Or is that
So,
less?
7 plus your soon-to-be wounds.
Mhm.
Oh, no.
Okay. I can't look. I'm gonna click. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I feel
57.
it physically.
Welcome to Zero Club.
It hurts. I feel a bruise developing on like my shoulder already.
57 gets gored. You're all going to have to stop so 57 can heal themselves or else.
Oh my god.
Because 57 is
Quick,
like...
Eat some food. You'll
The,
be fine.
the avatar is gored to shit and slowly de-rezzing.
Oh no. Poor Nyan Cat.
Nom on some turkey legs. You'll be
Oh.
okay.
All that good Pop-Tart filling is spilling out. Of Nyan Cat. 57. Ever.
Alright,
Ever 57.
so you surround 57 and take up battle posture. Stance,
Mhm.
would you like to try a cheat code so you can gear up? You'll get the
Oh,
mods'
gear?
attention, but at this time... No, this is to gear up, because this will get you the mods' attention, because you're about to be assaulted by elephants naked.
Yeah, I would like to try to do that. Intelligence plus
Long's
computers.
outside.
Nope, intelligence plus hypertech.
Oh. Okay.
Which I don't think you can click that one, so whatever has the same number.
Yeah, I
goes
got
for
it.
you. Difficulty 5, plus your penalties. Okay.
Whoa.
Yes, you were able to summon gear for each character.
Okay.
And the mods are going... The mods will ban you in 5 minutes, which is 50 rounds.
Yeah, I just give us the
They're
most
busy eating
advanced gear.
Cheetos and stuff. Busy petting Sprout somewhere. Lazy mod on that server. The elephants go to charge in and attack, but then they all bleat and back off as the lightning starts striking around you. And when
Nice.
where the lightning hits, leaves like one of the things looks like Frankenstein, and Frankenstein was put together by different monsters. They weren't the same monster. One arm is too long, one arm is too short. Different torso parts. The face is part tentacle and feeler. It's like 8 feet tall. And it comes leaping off a nearby ridge towards you. And the lightning that strikes on the other side disgorges this 4-legged half spider, half tentacle laden nonsense. And it has a skull over it, which is weird.
Hmm.
You
That,
can
Not
see their health
indicative of
bars 'cause you're in a
anything,
video game, yes.
right. Ooh. Okay.
And then the lightning strikes to your east and disgorges a weird tentacled hellhound.
Gross.
Okay.
We're using the same initiative for you guys. but I'll do the monster's rolls. They're not doing so well, you'll be happy to know. Oh, that one did.
Spoke too soon.
Okay. The tentacled spider thing with the skull over its head is charging straight for John.
Don't do that. That's bad.
It's a spider, John. The
I know, I
Hellhound.
don't like this at all.
The Hellhound goes bounding towards Walter. John, what are you going to do on your turn? Stance cheated cheat resed in gear for you, which means you have 50 rounds before the mods ban you.
I have 50 rounds?
The group does before the mods ban you because you cheated. 5
What if,
minutes.
what if we cheat more?
The timer will lower because they'll care more. Right now, his cell phone is ringing. He's looking at it, going, "But I'm watching Law and Order with my wife, petting his cat."
Yeah.
If you cheat more and his phone keeps ringing, he'll get annoyed and go deal with it.
What did you get us by cheating?
Heavy armor and good quality swords, or whatever your preferred weapon is. Daggers,
Yeah.
sword,
Bow.
axe, bow. Yeah.
All the best stuff.
This is a modded server, so you will also know one basic spell each, but it will cause corruption. Which is going to manifest in strange ways that you'll see as you go deeper in.
I'm sure.
The spell 57 has is trading life. So in other words, there's dead elephant graveyard, there's dead elephants. 57 will touch an elephant, it'll shrivel and rot, and 57 will heal. Walter gets raised dead.
Cool.
John gets power word kill. This is John. And Stance ends up with lightning bolt.
You know what I'm casting on this spider.
I do. The aberration is going to smash in Stance's skull. Walter, what are you going to do when it's your turn?
If I have a chance, I want to get to a good vantage point where I could shoot down at him, and then I want to start raising the dead and mobilizing them against the
Can't do both of those in one turn.
bosses.
Pick one.
How far away are they from me?
It'll take them a round to get to you. All of
Okay,
them.
I'll raise the dead. I'll put them in front of me and have them charge at them. Like, fuck you guys.
57, when it's your turn. You're going to heal. I didn't need to ask that. Stance, what are you going to do when it's your turn?
What am I gonna do when it's my turn? I'm gonna. You said I got that lightning bolt, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna cast the fuck out of that lightning bolt.
Stance, you're first. Now remember, this is Conan, so it has to be weird, creepy lightning bolt. Describe for us, and then I'll tell you how that affects your air take.
So it's this weird thing where like eyes glow green, and then like this purple like mist sort of goes around me, and then the whole hand sort of cracks and splinters and casts it, but like it leaves behind this weird scar because it's Conan.
Okay. You can roll air take 4. And you followed the rules, so this counts coincidental for you. Which means you only needed 3 successes to do 8 dice of damage. You got 10 dice of damage.
Cool.
You got 8 successes from that lightning bolt. The aberration explodes. It's gross.
Oh, wow. Cool.
57. Go ahead and describe a really creepy, evil version of healing.
57 creepy or ever creepy?
Conan creepy. If you want to follow the rules and not get paradoxed.
Oh.
Peaches.
Okay.
Like the way Steve does it in the actual Conan game.
Did you just say peaches?
I said leeches, but peaches works good too.
It's like,
I
what?
told you,
How
eat
are
some
pe-
food so you can heal.
How are peaches creepy? That's what I'd like to
Creepy
know.
peaches, man. They're old and they have flies buzzing over them.
I mean, have you seen a peach pit? There. Well, anyway. So, 57. Dang it. In the. Oh god, this imagery. So, this Nyan cat made out of a bunch of nanobots of varying color and neon-esque glowing in the rainbow trail is spilling out Pop-Tart guts from being gored. So as close as they can, nanobot Nyan cat, Nyanobot cat, sorry, nears the mammoth while staying with, well, nears the dead mammoth, staying within the protective circle of their allies, and starts licking the mammoth corpse. And then as they progressively lick and the Pop-Tart juices are spilling out of the crushed nanobots, the wound starts to close up as pieces of flesh begin to leave the mammoth, and it kind of digitizes, combined with this dust appearance of floating off slowly into the air. Not like a whoosh, but like a slow floating into the breeze. The cyber breeze.
The cyber breeze.
The cyber breeze.
Okay, roll irritate. Difficulty 5. Do you have a penalty?
Nyanobot.
Your penalty is not from that. It's because you got hit already.
Oh yeah. Would that be up to wounded or mauled or crippled? Because I never
What
got
do you mean?
my dots in health.
Oh, yeah. You're incapacitated, so I wouldn't worry about that. Just roll the irritate at 5.
Oh, okay. 7.
Oh, you heal 7. So, basically, all the way.
Yes.
Okay. The aberration is explodinated. Walter, describe your Conan version of Raising the Dead.
This little cartoon just like starts going, and like you see like little like bones and stuff like that, like sliding and crackling together. But as that's happening, part of his life force is going into it. So as he's resurrecting these skeletons, his skin is starting to tighten on his cartoonish body, and it's starting to look more skeletal himself as he's like being drained from it, from the exertion.
Roll irritate, difficulty 5, because you were also injured.
No, 54. Fine, okay. Alright. Oh, fuck, I got what the fuck? I'll use those bonus dice, actually.
Okay.
I'll use 2, so I only have 3, so here goes nothing. 1. No. 2. Hey, I got 1!
So, take 1 lethal damage,
Alright.
but your skeletons are wildly overpowered because you actually sacrificed health, which is very cool. And they tear apart the hellhounds. Like, you just shred it. Okay. John. All that's left is the spider skull tentacle thing coming at you.
Kill.
Also, you can all see, like,
Die.
a little thing pop up in front of your eyes that's server chat. And it says, "Hey Taylor, are you online? Did you put more mods in? What the fuck's up with the Slender Man shit? That unicorn guy's got some cool mod gear." John, continue.
Die.
Reboot that server. No randos allowed.
Yes, but how you role playing the cost, or is John just not going to do that and take the paradox?
Wait, what? I'm saying I'm going to use my spell to kill the spider.
Yes, but you have to do it Conan style to follow the rules of the game. If you don't, you'll take paradox.
Okay. I go to speak, and my mouth initially just starts to go die, and then when I hit E, it stretches out, and my head like opens and then disconnects like a snake, or unhinges like a snake, and then my the top part of my head actually starts folding back, Beetlejuice style, and then once my head is perfectly like horizontal from the mouth, and then goes back, then that's when the final it reverbs again, die, and that's when the boom comes out and kills the spider.
Roll Irritate
Good
DC
Conan,
4.
That's some Clive Barker shit going on right there, is what it sounds like.
Roll it again, please.
I love it.
Irritate DC 4.
Irritate DC 4. Thank you.
I love it so much.
It was very magic, I guess.
It was, yeah. I went a little overboard with it, probably.
Okay, 4 successes. Yes.
4 successes.
You don't kill the spider monster because that's a skull. However, 57 is healed now, and you trip it enough and damage it enough that you can keep running, which is the goal. You're not here to kill monsters.
Gotcha.
In-server message again. Who the fuck's adding spell mods? That's weird and gross. 57, stamina plus athletics again. Difficulty, set it at 6. And then, yeah, because you don't have any wounds, you're back to 6.
Okay. Okay. 3.
John, Difficulty 3.
Stamina. Come on, click stamina. Come on, change difficulty. Come on. 2 successes.
Walter, difficulty 6. Ooh,
4.
Stance, difficulty 6.
Crap.
Don't forget athletics is broken.
Yeah. There we go. Whoa.
Slender Man's the only one who misses a step this time. John, now your DCs are all +1 like theirs from the stamina loss. Which means you're -3 instead of -4. You finally arrive at the edge of the tower zone. The ground is blackened and burned, and the air is icy cold, and it's resonating this energy that's like sucks the life out of you and makes you feel tired and angry. And the area is just twisting within a cyclone that only exists here, and the lightning is striking almost endlessly, and those weird, creepy monsters you just fought, just waves of them everywhere, along with skeletons and undead hyenas. It's very spooky woo. You've made it to the tower. So,
Alright, now it's good.
basically, we're keeping the initiative, but this is where you want to actually try to hack. Anybody can take a turn at it. If you don't have computers or technology, you're not going to be a lot of help. Correspondence makes it easier, and for every turn that you don't complete it with 4 of you rolling, the mobs get to just have at you. Meaning you don't have long before you're de-resed. Never go to the tower in the storm. So starting with stance, first you have correspondence. So roll irritate difficulty 5. Every success will lower the DC of the hacking roll by 1.
We still managed to Snapchat.
Oh. No.
Okay, so now you just roll computers plus intelligence difficulty 6. We're looking for a total of 10 successes.
So we're all making this roll? Like we're
Anyone
all
who
trying to work through it?
can, yeah.
Dos.
Okay, I'm gonna say so here's the problem. I have the lowest difficulty because of the thing, but I suck at computers.
Yeah, but you have a really good correspondence there by lowering your own DC even more.
Okay, so is it intelligence plus computers?
Yep, but it's not your turn yet. Because we're going in initiative orders. 57, do you have computers? Any dots?
I've got 2 dots.
Alright, you don't have correspondence though, so just roll computers plus intelligence, difficulty 6.
Make sure everything else is unchecked.
And that you took all your health back to normal. You're healed. Or it will auto-penalize you.
Left my wounds. Just kidding. Difficulty 6, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Let's hope this works.
Nice. Half done. Okay. John or Walter? Walter, you're next.
I have 0 computers, so
And 0 correspondence. Walter cannot help. John, roll... well, you can't actually lower your DC below 3. So just roll intelligence plus computers DC 3. You're already floored out.
I'm gonna spend 1 willpower since I'm rolling a 0 on my computer.
Difficulty 6. 6 successes. 4 needed left.
Wait.
can any of us spend willpower?
Not you, because you can't even contribute.
And then 2 successes.
8. The monsters get 1 wave of attacks, because then I'm sure Stance will handle this with his roll.
Oh, monsters are heading towards us. I can maybe do something about that.
What do you want to do?
Lots of dead things everywhere, right?
Yes. Already res, too.
Good. He gets on top of the mountain and he raises his arms to the sky and like the clouds start to swirl and he starts doing the dead dance, like and watching all the skeletons and shit, like all the wraiths like coming back to life and shit. And he's like points at the roving mobs or whatever heading their way, like go get them. Feast.
Okay. That can't be right. Oh, it's because I've got... coincidental, standard, but a big area. Oh, the duration. Haha, there it is. Okay. Hold on, something's weird with the spell. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, there we go. Arete, difficulty 3 in this instance for the spell.
Beautiful. All right. Four.
Yes, you're able to turn them against the monsters, buying you 1 more round. So, Stance, first roll Arete, difficulty 5. See if you can knock a DC down.
Welcoming party's on its way.
4.
Yes, your DC is floored out at 3, so roll computers plus intelligence DC 3. You're able to admin hack, and the door to the tower that doesn't actually open opens, and you run for it, and you make it through the tower and through the firewall and through the forwarded port.
What was the admin password?
I can't tell you that. It's proprietary.
You don't want to tell everyone.
A word that is actually cutesy but could easily be misconstrued for doing hard drugs.
Oh. Okay.
Unrelated to anything in real life. So, you immediately go through the tower and pop out in what looks like a corridor made of metal, steel walls, ceiling, and floor. They're all softly lit from behind. And you see other hallways branching out in front of you and other hallways branching out behind you, and you realize that you're in a stack. It's a data center maze, only what it would look like digital. Meaning now you have to actually find the server that has the information you want, now that you're in the trinary computer. The longer you take, the more likely the anti-malware bot will find you, which is real bad. And it's essentially a maze that you have no idea how to navigate unless you have clever ideas.
Navigate a maze?
Navigate a maze of edge servers when having no idea which one's the one you want. You know how?
Just pick the right,
you know how?
It's a maze. Like, you know, pick left or pick right. What are the odds that we're gonna get to where we're going? I use chaos.
I would also like to try to combine that with data so that we can see the data streams and know which way to go.
First, you'd have to tell me how you're going to narrow it down by seeing the data streams, because none of the data streams say top secret server this way. But
That's wrong.
But you might be able to come up with a clever way to narrow it down.
Okay, someone help me come up with something clever so I look clever.
Would looking for the name of the thing that we're trying to follow?
Oh yeah, can we look for
No, because
null?
that would be in the server. You need to figure out which server you need first, and you're going to have to brute force that server. But what are you looking for to try to figure out which server has the data you want? That's what we're doing.
Is there like a server that's like by itself and kind of like shining and like maybe a little more golden than everything around it? Like it has kind of like a halo?
No.
It's like this is the server you want? No?
Strangely, no.
Damn.
I know. It's weird.
I tried. I'm fresh out of ideas, guys. What do you got?
If you can't come up with anything, I'll let the luck guy roll his luck and see if anything occurs to you.
Okay, so we have a fuck ton of... Okay, we can do this. We have a fuck ton of servers. I can see the data streams, but we need to be able to narrow down what I'm looking for because it's not telling us, hey, okay.
So what is it you're looking for again?
For the trees here, John.
So we're looking for the server that holds Null Horizon, it seems, right?
What's Null Horizon?
The code name for the bad guy.
What kind of server would have that sort of information?
A secret one.
Assuming the Technocracy doesn't know he's evil, because that's what John still thinks. So if you're trying to figure out what code name belongs to a real person, the Technocracy doesn't think that person is evil.
Directories.
Good start.
I9s.
HR. That's a good way to start, yes.
HR,
However,
that's what I said.
Yes, personnel. You're looking for personnel servers. So, I9's HR. So, go ahead and roll your correspondence, difficulty 5. That is lowered, because it's high security here.
Sure. That, yeah.
Okay.
2 successes.
Stance, Master of Hacking. Your DC is now 6 to try to find the right path. Computers plus intelligence.
3.
Nice. Complete success. Which means it will only take you 6 turns to get there, which means they only have 6 chances to notice you.
Okay.
Could have been like 20. Or higher. So, Master of Stealth. Please, in advance, give me 6 stealth plus dexterity rolls at difficulty 5. I know what I'm rolling against. We'll just do one at a time. Me versus you, so go. Three. Botch. 1 turn is free. Roll again.
See that pop up here.
Meaning you've made it 2 turns of the 6. That's you, John. I'm not seeing nothing.
Sorry, you said John?
Yeah. Stealth.
God. Sorry. Okay. Just stealth? And
Plus dex.
Dex, right. Okay. Difficulty
5.
4? Oh, still 5? Okay.
They're very good at what they do.
That makes sense. Let's go. 10 successes.
Get the fuck out of here.
Next.
That can't be right. Do I have something else checked?
You could
No.
if you rolled all 10s.
No.
Holy shit, man.
Let's look and see.
No, I don't have anything extra checked.
Come on.
Wow.
I had to reload my browser. Stand by. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Every dice was a success, plus you got 2 10s. Yes, that is possible.
Damn.
Nice.
Okay, roll again. Halfway there.
Still
They rolled-
stealth decks?
Yep, they rolled well this turn.
Ooh, that's not great. Another 3.
Okay. They know you're here now, which means now your difficulty has gone up to 6. Roll again.
The difficulty is now 6. Okay.
Mhm.
And then one more roll. 6 successes.
And again, still 6. They've not made progress.
I have not made any progress?
They haven't.
Oh, they haven't. So what I'm doing is I'm holding them off while Stance is hacking, right?
No, you're still heading towards where you need to be. You're using stealth to avoid the bots, the
Got it.
anti-malware bots.
Yep. Okay.
Because in this world, they're physical.
Another
Okay,
9
Shit,
successes.
9.
Yes,
Good God.
you were able to make it past the cyberware security systems to get to the right server, but now you can't move anymore. Which means now they get to roll against whatever John rolls one more time. Only now your difficulty is 8.
Yikes.
Seven, sorry. You can't. It's -3. I can math. Your difficulty is 7. 10 minus 3.
7, okay. I'm going to spend 1 willpower.
Okay.
for
Nice.
6 successes.
Alright, so it's an extended hacking roll for Stance versus them trying to catch you. First, let's go ahead and have 57 roll intelligence plus computer. They're going to aid you, Stance. They can. And then I'll have... John, do you actually have dots in computer?
No.
Okay, so just 57 then.
Difficulty 6?
Yep,
Okay.
for you. Do a little worse for Stance.
3.
Okay, 3 successes automatically for you, Stance, of the total 10 that you need to get through. Your difficulty, however, is 8. So, computer plus intelligence, DC 8. It will take as many turns as it takes while the bots come for you. Not this turn, they won't.
One
4.
success.
Roll again. 6 more needed. Ooh,
3.
nice. 3 more needed, and
2 more needed.
they do not outwit John. Roll again.
Too damn
Done.
smart.
See if they catch you as you run out. Almost, but not quite.
Yeah, fuck it.
You outwit the antivirus.
See, you thought I was going left, right? You thought I was going left so hard that you thought I was going to go right to trick you, but I went left.
You have brute forced the edge server, so now you're in it, which just looks like you're in a giant library from your perspective.
Giant library.
From the inside, that's what a data repository server looks like, yes. And now I'm going to need intelligence plus computer from anyone who wants to try to search for what you're looking for. Difficulty is 7. Except for
Yeah.
you have to have computer to do it, though.
My cartoon avatars are gonna go ahead and piss in their elevator
I was going to say,
while they're
at,
doing the
at,
searching.
at this point, I've gotten you through the game. I've gotten you past the defenses. Find the information we need, please.
57 is Stance.
Uh-huh,
You can
sure.
both roll.
Yeah.
Difficulty will be
Pipe.
7.
All right.
Eventually, the malware will know you're here, which is represented in the fact that you need 10 successes again, but you're working together. However, you only have 10 turns. 10 rolls.
Okay. You want to go first?
Walter goes, eeny, eeny, miny, mo, and he tells everybody, go search there. That's where you need to go. And use
Technically-
chaos magic to do it.
Technically, you have 13 turns because it will de-res you one at a time once you hit 10.
Dos.
Turn 1,
Jeez.
you've made 5 successes. Good start. Stance, go again.
I one-upped him, lol.
4 more needed. Go, 57.
I was just about to say, with your luck, you're going to botch.
You guys spend willpower to save the roll or you have to start over.
I will spend willpower.
No. It's my roll. I will spend the willpower. I have it to spare.
Back to you, Stance.
Uno.
7, 3 more needed. Go, 57.
I'm gonna use. In my experience thing, I have written down that I have a bonus die from the last game
Yeah.
somehow.
You decided
So I'm
not to
gonna-
take the XP last time.
Yeah. Wait,
yeah.
did I already use it for another roll in this game?
Was that you? Somebody used theirs. I don't remember if it was you. Must have been.
Oh crud! I think it was me. Okay,
Yeah.
so never mind. I don't have a bonus die. Dang it!
All right. 2 rolls left. Stance, turn 5. Or 2 successes left, I mean. Sorry. Back to 57. Back to
1.
Stance. 4 turns left. You need 1 success.
Botch.
Nope.
Oh.
Okay. You actually find the information you're looking for. You discover that,
Who is null void? It's Charlize Theron, isn't it?
Horizon. Null Horizon, sir.
Null void. I'm sorry, null horizon.
Null Horizon seems to be a syndicate member.
Syndicate.
Yeah, the branch of the Technocracy that deals with finance and data and numbers in the real world.
Wait, it's a number crunch. It's an accountant.
That's what it looks.
course
Well,
it
no,
is.
the syndicate are a lot more dangerous than accountants. They're like CEOs. It's like finding Jeff Bezos, only
I don't
eviler.
like Eric sitting in the amount of shadow he's sitting.
I
in
like
right
it a
now,
lot.
because
It's creepy, but yeah, the viewers cannot see your
you
face.
just went into super shadow, so I'm pretty sure Eric is actually Null
Eric is the
Horizon.
villain, and it's planned all along.
Yes,
It's perfect.
he's
It
been a
is
mage this whole
absolutely
time.
perfect.
So, however, what you do, you're just like, he's just a syndicate member. He's got a long list of things he's done. He's just, what? But then you see that it's got a little flag on the file because it's Stance doing the digging. Flagged T0 by the virtual, or by the, wow, your faction.
Mine?
By the help. Words.
Are you talking who's me?
Sean's
Sure.
faction.
Oh, the Void Engineers.
Yes. Labeled T0 by the Void Engineers. It's got a little click on it.
Oh no.
You can click it. You can
Yeah,
click that
click it.
information.
Yeah, I would like to know more.
Thank you. You discover that it requires a login. And it's a login where you actually have to submit DNA, which you can do in your digital form.
Oh no.
Because it will only release the information to other high-ranking Void Engineers, which you actually are.
Oh, cool.
You say cool to yourself, but then you think, that's weird. Why would this be locked out to all other members of the Technocracy except the Void Engineers? A syndicate guy. So you click it, and it opens up a giant file, which you read. And it says T0, Threat Null. Originally referred to as emerging threats capable of nullifying enlightened procedures, ETC NEPs. Apparently, after the Avatar storm faded and the Void Engineers made their way beyond the horizon into deep space, which you would know about because you were on those teams, some Void Engineers fleets, not yours, found a new threat appearing from where Autochthonia used to be, which was the horizon construct of the Technocracy, where anything is possible.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they are mirror images of the Technocracy factions, except these people can absorb and redirect enlightened procedures. Meaning you cast spells at them, and they can turn them back on you. If they're hyperscience spells. They also seem purely human, but if you dissect them and experiment them on them enough, which the Void Engineers did, you find out that they're not. They're subtly and slightly different. There's something strange and terrifying and alien that's anti-Technocracy. But they have all of the motivations and goals of the Technocracy, but only the dark ones. For Earth as a whole. The Void Engineers don't know where they came from, what their true purpose is, where they were created, if they're what's left of the actual Technocrats in Autochthonia, or if there's something else entirely, some kind of alien threat from beyond the horizon caused by the dimensional anomaly. They don't know. But, to the horror of the first Void ships that breached the storm, it appears that if they are real Technocrats, void adaptation, which is what happens when you're left without actual human Earth contact for too long in the deep horizon, transforms you at the soul level. And this is what the Void Engineers think happened. They now seek to inflict their particular ideals of perfection upon the consensus, which is the world, which is a horrible mockery of the Union's actual goals. They're capable of activating and harnessing the social conditioning that Technocrats undergo when they join the Union. Meaning, if you run into one and you haven't broken your social conditioning, they can use keywords and phrases and take over your characters. So don't face off against one until you fix that.
Well.
Fix what exactly?
Every member of the Technocracy, except Void Engineers, are conditioned. Like, their training subliminally conditions them with keywords and phrases. They're all the Manchurian candidate. Except for the Void Engineers, and no one questioned it because the Void Engineers have their own thing. But now you know why you were never conditioned. This is why. Because then threat null can't affect you, but it can affect everyone else in your party except for Walter. Unless you fix them. Or they fix themselves by unconditioning. Threat null seems to get orders from control, or an entity posing as control from where Autochthonia used to be. Only 4 of the conventions, though, have threat null counterparts. The Autopolitans, who are mockeries of Iteration X. The Agents, who are mockeries of the NWO. The Transhumans, who are parodies of the Progenitors. And the Residents, who are parodies of the Syndicate. There seems to be no parody of the Void Engineers, which is even scarier. Why not? Where are they?
Right.
Are they going to come exploding out of the deep universe like the Borg? Right. So yes,
So
the
there's
deepest
a
secret
whole,
within the Technocracy that only the Void Engineers know. And this guy is one of many agents of the Autopolitans, Transhumans, and Residents that have corrupted your construct. There's at least a handful of them, 6 or 7, in high positions of power. Also, they all answer to an agent. The ultimate, it's like John, but 50 times worse. And this particular agent who's in charge of all of these other threat nulls seems to be operating from a base on the dark side.
I don't like the insinuation of that sentence about me.
Sorry, too late. John is now the baseline evil villain, and we're only going upwards from there.
There's a worse John waiting for you on the dark side of the moon, controlling at least 6 turned agents in your construct, which is infiltrated at the highest levels by this
So these are
monstrous versions of Technocrats.
these are mirror universe technocrats
Basically.
that are bleeding in and infiltrating our construct.
And every other construct, which
And
don't
every
really
other
care about
construct.
yours.
Sure.
Except we can't find them just by spotting facial hair.
Right.
It's not good. It's not good.
And judging from their code names, like Threat Null, or like Null, Horizon, and Destruction
Yeah.
and Void, these are the ones working with evil little girl and her evil, corrupt friends.
Sure.
Which is not great. You can't fix the whole Technocracy, or at least not in this particular story. This will be a launching pad to something larger. But you can
course.
fix your own construct,
Right.
and or get revenge for being lied to. Deal with that base on the dark side of the world.
Wow.
Which means your next goal, next session, is to find a way to get there. Everyone looks at Stance. Gonna have to steal a spaceship.
So, I just want to confirm. So we've
This
got
will be fine.
we've got to the server. We've got this information. We now understand what's happening in regard to these null technocrats.
And you
Are we
bailed
able to-
before you got rejected.
We are able to get out. Okay, and we're
Yes.
able to eject. Okay, and I eject back into my secondary body in the fly /
Right.
unicorns /
Which will take
dick
72.
drawings.
Which will take 72 hours before you can fully integrate, because you didn't have
Okay.
5 ranks in the spheres. Which means you all recover 3 spent willpower and all of your wounds. Because it'll be at least 3 days before you can continue. And all the wounds you took here, except for John's, were only your virtual bodies.
Stance, can you procure a space shuttle in 3 days?
So,
Give me 2.
Stance. Stance. Funny thing, he should mention that. You took a look while you were in the server.
Mm-hmm. Is there like an old,
there aren't any
like,
shuttles or
decommissioned-
Firefly. There aren't any shuttles or Firefly ships available on the ring. The ring is the giant space station around Earth that humans can't see. However,
Uh-huh.
there is one ship there that's under maintenance and being heavily modified and getting a lot of parts changed that you can probably steal pretty easily.
Done.
It's a Star Destroyer.
The 6 of us get a pilot, or the 4 of us get a pilot.
Yeah, it's going to be a little complex.
Well, I'll just have like John get.
Wait, I was
in
gonna
the
say I can
computer.
integrate into the fucking systems. Like I
Mhm.
can run the whole goddamn ship.
No,
I
you can't run the whole ship,
distrust
but you can replace a lot of crew.
But see,
No.
then I can crash that ship into the moon with John
Right.
in it.
And then I can just integrate into the
Also
space
that.
station.
He'll crash
Guys,
us into the moon.
I know how to put myself in machines now, right? Like I can do that. Like
No, you can't easily hop back and forth, but you can. Your DCs will never be low.
that's fine.
Also,
I
there's
have-
a chance you get trapped in the machine and that becomes your body. Just a whole nother problem.
That's also fine.
So that's what has to happen next week, is you got to steal the Technocracy version of a Star Destroyer and fly to the moon.
A sun killer?
No, that's actually a Star Wars thing.
Oh, is it? Shit.
Yeah, legacy material.
Help me out here. A
solar annihilator.
Done. Because
nailed
that's
it.
awesome.
Nailed it in one. Solar
Yes.
Annihilator. Soannihilator.
Annihilator. There you go.
Boom.
Awesome.
Scoreboard. Put it up. Boom. Soannihilator.
Well, fellow agents, you've reached the end of this session, but have no fear. This game will continue next week at 8 p.m. on Monday. See if they can make it to the moon and land on a heavily fortified space station. Tune in next week to help bring the world to Ascension when we get real Technocracy weird. But we're not quite done tonight. First, vote on your favorites. Your vote can either be, well, in this case, at this point, your vote should be a bonus die for anyone who votes for you. Any player can vote for any other player for any reason.
Do we
So
have
let's
to
start
take the
with first.
bonus die?
No, but there's only, this particular chapter only has 2 sessions left, which means there's not a lot of chance to roll XP.
I'll go first. I'll give it to Sean for doing the admin sheet for not Conan Exiles.
Stance, you're next.
I'm gonna go with Walter because he didn't have much to do, but he still did.
Still was
stuff.
super useful, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
57.
I'm gonna have to give it to Sean because he broke me with the freaking kazoos.
Right. I've long forgotten that actually.
I haven't. I keep replaying it over and over in my head.
And John.
Hold on. I have to find the thing. Where did it go? Ah. I can't find it.
What, the kazoo thing?
No, unfortunately, I also have to give mine to Stance/Sean, which upsets me deeply to my core, because I hate being nice to Sean. But it was for his avatar, which was the
Unimecacorn.
Unimecacorn.
Very appropriate.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, cool.
It appears power packs are running low, and the agents need to return to, not the construct anymore, to recharge, so we will catch up with the Amalgam next week. Fellow agents of Enlightenment, tell us where people can watch you next, or where they can find you doing cool things online.
At Space Lord PJs. You can find me at vorpaltales.com. We do all the recaps and stuff like there. You can find me at cartoon.ninja. Oh man, I really need to post the doodle today. And then, you can find me tomorrow in Scion playing a luchador. It's really awesome. It's fun. And then Thursday, our second edition of Starfinder.
I am, will be, and also was Steve. You can find me on the internets at Voodoo Arcade doing cool things. Hopefully, I will be joining a friend of the show and player, Patty Shakes, for some Overwatch/Siege/other video games. Check his gaming channel out, also here on Twitch. But you can also find me on Wednesday playing Hunter, on Thursday playing Starfinder with Space Lord Pajama Man, and on Friday playing Conan, in which I am the totally good and not crazy priest of Mitra, who casts Annihilation and cracks his own body.
Dismember.
Totally a priest of Mitra.
Mitra, definitely Mitra, and no one else.
Worship Mitra and no one else.
The closer we get to the last chapter in that story, the weirdly stranger the foreshadowing gets. Ever!
So, hi, I'm Ever, and you can find me and haunt me on the interwebs as Changeling Ever. And I just wanted to share that I came across the most depressing name for Clicky Clacks, aka Dice. Someone has titled them Math Rocks, and I could not be more miserable right now because I hate math. But anyway.
Math rocks.
It makes me so sad.
Could be made into a positive thing by just saying math rocks.
No.
I guess if you're into teaching or something.
No. Dyscalculia is a thing.
The more you wish you didn't know.
Precisely. You can find me on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays for Vorpal Tales. If you can't get enough of me, please watch. If you have had enough of me, please watch and just mute whenever I talk, and it's cool. The end.
In America, you can find me on Twitter at Maron Recluse. I'll be here on Mondays and coming up next week on Sundays for new games here.
And I am Tyler, Eldritch Echoes on the net. I will be running Scion tomorrow. 2 more sessions to go before the Kickstarter ends. It's Demigod. Come check it out. Check out the Kickstarter. Wednesday we'll be running Hunter the Vigil. They can never seem to escape that sleepy little town without weird shit happening. And then Friday I'll be running Conan, and it will be the final session in Chapter 1, where they will totally not be betrayed by the Priest of Mitra. Apparently. And then Sunday, Session 1 of Dune. And then in October, we get Spooky Woo, where we'll be starting a Geist game. You can come check out an Alien the RPG game and a Cult game. Cult Divinity Lost. All will be awesome and creepy. And on October 30th, we will be having our special Halloween session, since we don't play on Saturdays, for an evening-long Cthulhu one-shot where the body count will be high, called Cthulhu 7th Edition. Come see us for all of those. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch. Go to our website to get the link to our Discord to come hang out, and check out our Patreon at patreon.com/VorpalTales. Your support in any way, even just following us on Twitch and checking us out, helps us keep this going. So until next Monday, everyone remember to stay mutual. Good night.